Happy Hanukkah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of the Backwoods Horror Show. Oh, seems like it's been forever since we've done a show.
What? It was about this time last month, wasn't it?
I was about to say, yeah, I think we only skipped what, 1 week of our normal
We
schedule.
skipped one show.
Yeah, one show, so that's puts us off another two
Yeah, it's been
weeks.
about a month.
Yeah.
But we're back
Uh,
to close out the year with some Christmas horror.
mm-hmm.
I know it sounds a
Hot.
bit cliche that we're going to be doing a top 10 list of Christmas horror, but Christmas is all about, the holiday season is all about tradition. So
Yep.
we couldn't think of anything else to do.
No, and to tell you the truth, I thought this was going to be a really easy list to make. But I did
Same
not
here.
realize how many Christmas horror movies there are out there that's actually pretty good. So
I didn't
I
realize till I started making the list how many I hadn't seen.
yeah, there's a bunch I haven't seen. Um and there's some that I've seen that I couldn't quite remember till I started making this list and then hey, Mr. Nanners.
Nanners. Speaking of which, our good buddy Morgan Welburn, Mr. Nanners himself, they are doing their final Indiegogo campaign for Helvira's Haunted Asylum. So everybody hop
Awesome.
on over there to Indiegogo, look up Helvira's Haunted Asylum, and throw. They got some great perks, awesome perks. They actually have it where you can be in the movie, digitally inserted in the movie. Uh, that they'll be reviewing on it, which is doing Night of the Living Dead with a new twist, from what I understand. Uh,
Ah,
so I'm very excited to see what Mr. Nanners will do with the cult classic. Uh, so so throw them some cash. The campaigns went well, but the more he can get, the better the finished product is going to be. So
yes.
and if you haven't seen the original Helvira short that he came out with, uh, you can find it or order it at blackpyramidfilms.com, I think, or just Google search Black Pyramid Films.
Believe so.
That's Morgan's production company. Watch the short. It's great, and it'll just make you want to see the finished product of the full feature that much more.
Yep. I agree. Throw a little cash his way if you're a fan of the Helvira. And if you haven't seen it, you will be a fan once you see it. It is an awesome character. Uh but yeah, there's several of these films that I remember seeing, but I couldn't remember them, so I kind of had to go back through and watch a little bit of them to kickstart the old memory. And I think it's going to be a pretty decent little fun show. But on other note, have you been watching anything else?
I've actually caught a few movies here in the last month, more than I usually get the chance to. Finally got around to seeing Expendables 4,
Mm-hmm.
um,
What do you think?
which spoilers, that which by this point is pretty much common knowledge that
Yeah.
Stallone does not have a big role in this film. But
No.
I think it's, as much as I love Stallone as an action star, I think it actually kind of helps the film. I mean, Statham's character of Lee Christmas kind of takes the lead on this, and it's a good flick. The good characters, just awesome. This one probably has more fight scenes than any of the other
Yeah, it's got a shit
Expendables.
ton. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
So,
you'd seen it,
oh yeah, I saw it at
but
the theater.
but yeah. That being said, you could tell it was done on a smaller budget. It
Mm-hmm.
spends like the last half of the movie in one location, and although there's a ton of uh, great fight scenes, and they went for the R rating big time on this one,
Oh yeah.
which I enjoyed the shit out of. It was a bloody, gory action flick, and
Yep.
with a lot of great characters in it. Sure, we were missing a lot of the favorites from the previous films. I still had my hopes up to the right up to watching this that they were going to slip Van Damme back in there, at least in a cameo as the brother the twin
Yeah.
brother of the character, his character from part two. But no, don't
Yeah.
mean to rain on anybody's parade, but that didn't happen. It has a nice twist at the end that you'll probably see coming. Uh,
Yeah. It's a bit of
but
a
that being
downer
said,
right off the beginning, though. You know, I don't want to say what happened,
yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like, fuck, are you kidding me? You know, kind of makes you think right off the bat, well, this is going to be the last one.
yeah. But yeah, I liked it better than three.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about Megan Fox's role in it? I didn't even realize
You
she was going
know,
to be in it.
she was surprisingly good in it.
She
I will
was.
say that and the way they filmed cut out between her and her stunt double, they actually made it look very fluid, like it actually was her kicking ass. Which in real life, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she's not that aggressive in real life. At
Oh,
least
no.
not when she's trying to kick your ass.
Yeah. You never know, though. She is dating Machine Gun Kelly. I mean, she probably kicks his
No,
ass
no,
every
she kicked
night.
him to
So
the curb. He kicked him
I
to
heard
the
they's
curb
back
and claimed
together.
he was beating him. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't watch the news, so
I don't either. It's just on Instagram and shit that I see.
yeah, she was
But
filing like domestic abuse charges against him too. Whenever she split up with him, I think.
mm, she was just pissed off because he kept wearing her pink panties, probably.
Probably.
Uh, I've caught a few movies, but nothing really new other than that one. Um, I watched a decent one of Val Kilmer's older ones. That was kind of neat. Thought it was a neat concept. Caught it the other night. About these little, they're not really bugs, they're little vertebrates. And they bite you. And it's a film about when global warming was first a really big thing back around 2008, 2010 when they was kicking off with it. Remember
Yeah,
all the
when we
ice
were all
caps?
supposed to be dead by now.
Yeah, we was all supposed to be swimming by now, you know, because remember the Al Gore thing, you know, by 2022, all the polar ice caps will be melted. But guess what? They're still fucking there. And anyway, and Plymouth Rock is still sitting at the same level as it was when it was Plymouth Rock. So,
They've
anywho,
actually moved Plymouth Rock. I did look into that. They have actually moved the rock.
oh really?
Yeah. So
But
not necessarily that, but that being said, still the sea levels have not
yeah, no.
wavered more than an inch or two.
Well, dude, it's just all right. Take you a cup of ice water, fill your water, and then fill it full of ice, and watch the ice melt. What happens? It stays the same fucking level.
Well, you know what?
It
I
doesn't
believe
overflow.
in uh, I believe in global warming. I believe in global cooling because from what we know
Nothing
of
stays the
in
same.
history, yeah, it's always changed. There have
Mm-hmm.
been huge mass
Yep.
extinctions and ice ages. There have been times when the Earth was like, when the polar ice caps were melted.
Yeah, exactly.
People have, because human beings live such a short amount of time in the grand scheme of things. It's hard, especially until when you're younger, to
Yeah.
be able to fathom that. Our lifespans are just not even a
Not even a.
blink. And,
Yeah, they're not even dropping the
and
bucket.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, and I'm
Yeah.
not
That.
saying that the human race with emissions and everything hasn't had some kind of impact on the
Uh,
environment, or but I think it's a lot smaller than what they try to push.
oh, it's a fucking money hoax, is all it is. Something they're trying to make names for
Hmm.
themselves and draw as much money as they can. But yeah, the thawed aspect was a neat deal. Like they were out. I can't remember if it was Antarctic or where, but they were up somewhere way up north, and it was supposed to everything to be frozen and things were thawing out, and they discovered this new species. At first, they thought it was an insect, but it's not an insect. It was actually a vertebrae, little bitty guy. But little fuckers are mean. They get in and they actually cut you open. It looks like an incision, and then they jump in you, and then they lay a bunch of eggs, and then before long you're feeling sick, and they're laying thousands of eggs, and they eat you basically from the inside out. And yeah, and like one of them can have like they're worse than fleas. Like one of them has thousands of eggs whenever they get in you and start feeding on you, and it's actually pretty neat. Not a bad film. Fall from 2010, I believe. It was actually pretty good. I caught it on Tubi the other night. But I was looking for one of his other movies that I'd never seen, and I couldn't find it, and I found that, and I was like, well, it'll work. He's got a small role, and it's not a real big role, but yeah, it was pretty neat. Definitely worth the watch, especially considering it's free on Tubi. So
Yeah. I watched. Finally got around to the last Jason Bourne sequel, Jason Bourne.
I haven't
The
watched it.
fourth one from 2016. It was okay. If you like the other Bourne movies, you'll probably like this one.
Yeah,
Nothing to write home about. Tommy Lee Jones is the villain in it, and
it may be
Tommy
okay
Lee
then.
he elevates any project he's attached
Oh
to.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I've never seen a bad movie with Tommy Lee Jones in it that I can think of. To tell you the truth, not one that's just horrible. Uh,
But yeah, there's a lot of cool action sequences and fight sequences in this, and international espionage. So yeah, if you like the other Bourne films, check it out.
yeah,
Uh,
I may check
like I
it
said, I
out.
wasn't over the moon about it, but it kept me engaged. I
Yeah,
thought it was a little anticlimactic, but and I
yeah,
hear they're going to make another one. Even I hear another one's in
really.
the works. Because he's like 50 now. So that being said, Stallone's almost 80 and he's still doing action.
I was about to say, I mean, it's not stopping a lot of them. Uh, Now I have been on an oldie but a goodie that I'd forgot that I really enjoyed the hell of a lot of them. Way back in the day, fuck, when was it? I want to say 2004ish to 2005ish. Stars put out The Masters of Horror. You remember that series?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I didn't
It's
see them
on.
all, but
It's on Tubi, and I
oh,
started at number one, and I'm working my way through it, and I've seen a couple of them that were just not that
I
great,
about to say I hear they're kind of
but
hit or miss.
yeah, but I mean even that I haven't seen one that was just repulsive. Um, oh, I can't remember the name of the one. I can't remember the actor. We lost him just a while back. A real tall, skinny dude with long gray hair. Um, had a very distinctive voice. But anyway, he's one of my favorite ones. He goes back. He's looking for this one woman named Komomo that he fell in love with, and she was like a Japanese sex slave. But that was a pretty good. That and a fuck with your head, sitting there trying to figure out everything that's going on it, and the visuals are bad because they take Komomo and torture her to death. They take these like steel hairpins that they used to wear and they shove them underneath all of her fingernails, pin her
Yeah.
eyes open with it, shove them through all of her toenails, and hang her by one leg. And yeah, it was like it was making me cringe, and I'm like, damn. But yeah, I've been kind of stuck on that series. There's Father Mahoney, but I've been stuck on
Mahoney.
them.
Mahoney.
Mahoney is my homie. That was a
And
badass song back in the
another
day.
plug, we got a shout out to check out next Monday for the final full length episode of Father Mahoney's House of Horrors.
Yep.
Uh, Father Mahoney's not going away, but he's going to have a new format.
Yep.
What was it? What was it? Uh, Help me out here, Trav. What was it Mahoney's
Uh,
Movie Madness or something? Sorry, I
Something
should
that
remember
way. I can't
this.
remember.
But
I
anyway, he's
was,
gonna have a new show that is gonna. It's not just gonna stay in the horror genre. It's gonna
yeah,
cover a
it's
broad
gonna be,
spectrum of films.
yeah. I think it'd be pretty cool. You know, he's gonna cover everything from wrestling, horror movies, action movies, basically just whatever they feel like, which be a good little mashup right there.
Yep, looking forward to it in
Oh yeah,
the new year.
yep, hell yeah.
But I did also finally get around to watching Bullet Train.
Bullet Train, Bullet Train. Brad Pitt,
Uh, yeah, Michael
and yeah,
Shannon.
yeah, yeah. That's where
Uh,
there were a bunch of mercenaries or something like that. Hitman
yeah, on this
all on the same
train.
train.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't
and
bad.
yeah, it didn't take itself too seriously. For the most part, the comedy
As
really
it shouldn't
worked in
have.
it. I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I was surprised. It even kept my wife engaged, and
so,
it's just one of them. I was flipping through something on Netflix to watch while I was fixing to eat dinner. I was like, ah, shit, I haven't seen this one. And I clicked on it, and we wound up finishing it. It was actually pretty decent.
yeah. Yeah, I liked it. And, it had quite a few twists and turns, and all the characters in it were great. Uh,
Yeah,
and this, I haven't looked into it, but this has to be based off a graphic novel comic book.
probably more than likely. Uh, oh, I did find something. I haven't watched them yet. Do you remember the old movie Screamers?
Yep, with Peter Weller,
Yes, it's on
RoboCop.
Tubi. Yep, they're on Tubi. We may have to cover them one time on the show. That's one, and there's
There's more than
actually
one.
three of them, I think.
Holy shit!
I know there's two, but I think there's three, if I'm remembering right. Uh, and it kind of gives you the same feeling as Terminator in the one because the machines made the screamers to take out humanity, and they made the screamers for man-made to take out the enemy. Well, they turned against everybody, all the human race, and then they kind of made their own, and they kind of get to making like androids to where they look like us and everything. But yeah, it's actually kind of interested to watch them again. The only thing I'm kind of afraid to though, because I really loved them when I was a kid, and I'm kind
Yeah,
of
I
afraid
would.
that
Yeah, you might be better off just to
yeah,
just to
it
keep
it
that
it's
memory.
kind of it's kind of like that, like the 45-year-old cougar you used to hang out with when you were in your 20s and visiting her another 30 years later. It's not going to be near as.
Wow, that hit
but
close to home.
but
Next on Backwoods Story Time.
so any other thing else you want to mention before we dive into it, or
Uh, yeah, like I said, I got to catch uh, actually got to catch a few movies
awesome.
this time around, but I watched the latest Jennifer Lawrence adult comedy, No Hard Feelings. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. No.
It's a raunchy comedy, and I got to say, it's the first raunchy comedy like in the last 10 years, probably that really wasn't afraid for a big Hollywood production. Wasn't afraid to kind of get out there and maybe offend somebody. Uh,
Cool. I will have to see
and
that one.
and Jennifer Lawrence gets naked in it. So
Really?
yeah, not the
Oh.
way you think though. It's funny with the way she does it.
Oh no. Does
But
she have a penis in it?
no. But
Okay.
spoilers. I don't ruin it for anybody. Besides, I
Yeah.
just wanted to entice everyone with Jennifer Lawrence naked. But
Yeah.
she's skinny dipping, and some three teenagers, steal her clothes and her purse, and she swims out there, swims back to the bank real quick, and runs up and kicks all their ass, bare ass naked.
That'd be. I bet they didn't put up much of a fight.
She even does like a back to back suplex on one of them.
Oh, so she's going
It,
back
it
to her. Oh shit, what was that she played where she was like the
Hunger
Superman hero?
Games. Never
No, no,
watched.
no,
I watched the first
no,
one. I
no,
take it
no,
back.
no, 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 no. No, no, not the Hunger Games. Wait a minute, I'm thinking about a different star.
Anyway,
Which
the
one am I
premise of the
thinking of? Yeah,
movie is
go ahead.
she's a 32-year-old Uber driver, and she lives in this vacation town. I don't remember if they ever said if it was in California or it wasn't in Florida, but it's a seaside town. And her mother, when she passed, left her house, and she's had rich people move in all around her because it's a vacation town, and it's drove her property taxes up to where she can't afford to pay her property taxes, and then her car gets repoed, so she can't do her job of being an Uber driver. So she finds this ad in the paper for these parents, a husband and wife. The husband is Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller. But they're looking for somebody. They have a car. They're going to a Buick Regal that they're going to give
Hmm.
to somebody. They will give to a young woman that will date their son. Their son is 19 and he's just graduated high school, and he's very introverted. Doesn't ever leave his room. Nerdy. and they basically want to get a chick to bang him to get him to come out of his shell.
So
And
they use a Buick
so
Regal to entice some
that's
chick.
Tyson, and she needs a car, so she go because she doesn't want to
Oh
lose. That's
shit!
all she has left of what her. That's what her mom left her. That's all she had left. So it's actually pretty funny. She does great
I'll
in
have to
it
check
as
it out.
trying
I
to.
will
It's
have
on
to check it out.
Netflix.
Wait a minute. Didn't she Jennifer Lawrence play Electra?
No, no,
No, that's
that
Jennifer
was Jennifer
Garner. My
Garner,
bad. That's right.
which
Okay. All right. I got my Jennifer.
she's rumored to have a cameo in Deadpool 3 as
Really?
Elektra. Yeah. Hopefully they do bring her
That'd
out.
be cool.
They brought
Yeah.
her and Ben back.
Yeah.
Uh, Daredevil, because I mean it's gonna be multiverse shit, so why not?
Yeah.
You know.
I'd say I thought he did a good Daredevil.
Yeah, I did too. I'm an apologist for his Daredevil film. Uh,
Yeah.
I thought Colin Farrell was a awesome villain in it as Bullseye.
Yeah. Yeah. Really kind of unrecognizable, as far as it shows you his acting. You wouldn't have known it was Colin Farrell, but like a lot of actors, you get stereotyped, into their acting, and
Well,
he
he just
mixes it
spoke
up
with his
where
real
he,
accent in this. That's what I liked
yeah.
about it.
True, true. I didn't think about that, but he, you wouldn't identify him with any of his other roles.
Yeah,
Uh,
but there's one more I got to watch, and that was the new David Fincher film on Netflix with Michael Fassbender, The Killer, about a assassin, hitman,
hmm
professional hitman, and I liked it. It's just, have you watched it yet?
No, no, I haven't.
It's very dark, and I
Really?
mean it moves along pretty well. But I mean they really went for the realism, I think, on it
Yeah,
too, and to that it was almost to the detriment because Fassbender's character, which I mean he's a paid killer, you know,
yeah,
uh, and he just explains why he doesn't give a shit, and he's just in it for the money, and it seems any of the real paid killers there are out there, that's probably what they're like. He's just very, very cold and
hmm
calculated. And that being said, it kind of makes it hard to root for him throughout the film too, because he's not a good guy.
yeah. Well, I mean, you can kind of
You know,
relate with that
it's
because
not like
if you would have spent 5 more years at Walmart, you were heading down that path. So I mean,
it's good that it goes. But but yeah, it's not like that '90s flick with Natalie Portman, the professional, the hitman with a
hmm
heart of gold. No, no, no.
yeah,
This guy's a cold-blooded motherfucker. Fassbender, he doesn't. He's not going to go out of his way to kill somebody just for the hell of it. But if he thinks it's going to benefit him at all for that person to be dead, if he doesn't leave a trail any place, if you see his face, you're pretty much dead.
damn, yeah. I'm gonna have to watch it. That sounds pretty damn interesting, actually.
It's
Uh,
very interesting, and it didn't end the way I thought it would either. So it
yeah.
had a nice twist at the end.
Oh, I got one more I want to mention off the Masters of Horror that I'd forgot about, and it had the late great Meatloaf in it, and it was I can't remember the episode number, but it was called Pelts, and that's where he is a fur trader, and he's got his own fur place where they take furs. But anyway, they find some land that was some old woman had it, and she was told to be a witch, but it was kind of a sanctuary. She didn't nobody hunt or trap and run everybody off. But there was these coons out there, but they weren't really coons. They were some kind of spiritual animal, and it was the most beautiful fur anybody had seen. Anyway, he made a coat out of it, and he's been wanting to bang this one stripper forever, and he finally gets to because he lets her wear the coat, and he's going to have her model it for him. But what gets me is it's pretty damn good graphics. Uh, or special effects, I should say, because you get to see Meatloaf skin himself. It's a pretty badass episode, yeah. Yeah, I'd forgot about it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Meatloaf, what an underrated actor. You know,
Yeah,
the guy several times over should have had Academy Award nominations, in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah, should have.
he put just like with his music, he put his heart and soul into every role
Hmm.
that he did.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I can't
he
I
played a
can't think
douchebag in
of a
this one
single
great.
film that he is it felt like he phoned it in.
Yeah, oh, I agree. Oh, he was good in Black Dog too, the old Patrick Swayze trucker flick.
Yep,
Oh yeah, I
yep.
agree.
That was the last Swayze movie I saw at the theater.
Yeah, I saw it on DVD. I didn't see it at the theater, but
Come to think of it, that was the last Meatloaf movie I saw at the theater.
I don't think I've ever seen a Meatloaf movie in the theater that I can think of.
I'd still love to catch Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, well, hell, maybe the Rogers Theater will do it one time. They
You
do
never
them
know.
kind of films sometimes. Yeah, may have to get on the
For those
Facebook
of you who
page
don't
and
know, in the town that Trav used to work in, and the town I've worked in, about 40 miles from where we live out in the woods.
yep.
There's it's called the Historic Rogers Theater. It's an old school stage play theater that has been there for going on 110 years now, I think.
Yeah, I about to say it's 110, 120 years.
But because I know it's been within the last 10 years that the city renewed. They had a 100-year lease with the city, and they renewed the lease.
Yep.
And recently they restored the marquee sign and
Gave
are
her a facelift. Yeah,
yeah,
done a
making
lot
it
of
look
work
like
to
it
it.
did. Which when me and Trav were kids, it was there were only two theaters
Yeah,
within
movie
driving
theaters.
distance, and they were both in the
Yeah.
town that we worked in, Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And the one was a newer building, but then the Rogers they took this because it had the stage for the stage place. They just split the room in half and had two
Hmm.
screens, one in one room, one in the other, of course. And so many of the great '80s movies
Oh
that
yeah,
my
I caught
grandmother
Home
took me to
Alone
see
there
there
with
as
my
a kid.
aunt and my
Me too.
cousin.
I saw it three times
Yep.
there in 1990.
It was the first film I ever went to the movies on. Was Home Alone.
Which which one mine was '87 with Crocodile Dundee. That was,
Yeah.
and that's also where they had the trailer for the first trailer I ever saw for Hellraiser. It
Yeah.
was before it. I mean that is burned into my brain. I don't think I'll ever be able to forget that.
Oh, and I remember going up there with my aunt. Well, actually, it was my great aunt and her grandson. And we went up there. I remember we went to Walmart because she always had one of them big old satchel purses, And
Hmm.
we loaded down her purse with snacks and drinks because she's like, I ain't paying for this at the theater. We're gonna pay to get in and watch the movie. But yeah, so
Oh
that's what
no,
we
kid!
did.
Hey, that
She snuck
reminds me.
in.
That reminds me. I can validate that. We hadn't been to the theater since Ghostbusters Afterlife, I don't think, but uh, we went here a couple weeks ago. Well, the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Me and me and the old lady and one half of Psycho Sister Films. Uh, my stepdaughter Kelsey. We went and saw Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Uh, and we were lucky, but for a bottle of water was $5.50
Yep.
for a 16-ounce bottle of water, and then
Hmm.
for a small soda, it was like $7. But we just got lucky. They had a shit ton of the big collector hard or plastic Taylor Swift Eras Tour, the theatrical release cups left over, and like we went there and like, yeah, we'll take one soda and we'll share it. And it was like, uh, uh, these 44-ounce collector's cups are 99 cents. And like, we'll take them. I don't give a shit if Taylor Swift's on them. But yeah,
That ain't
seven
no
dollars
shit.
for a small soda.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And the
and you have to
cheapest
use a
popcorn, the small popcorn, like in a little bag, was like $12.
yeah, yeah, and you have to use a credit card to buy the big bag because you ain't got enough damn cash on you to pay for it.
Yeah,
Yep. Which
yeah, just ridiculous.
oh
But that
yeah.
being said, that was the other movie I got to watch, Thanksgiving, which I won't go into detail on it because I do want to cover it on a future show. But all I'll say is I was really hoping for more in the it to be more in the air of the
The
fake trailer
Grindhouse.
of the Grindhouse movies, and it plays more like a '90s slasher, uh,
Oh
more
shit.
like I Know What You Did Last Summer and Urban Legend, which I like.
They
I
fucked
like
that
both of
all
them.
up.
I like, but well, it delivers on the gore. I will say that it does deliver on the gore.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Damn it.
It was
Sucks.
good. It just wasn't great. But that being
It's not
said,
what it was
which
set
I
up
don't
to
want to get
be.
too far into the new. I don't want to get too far in the news yet. But Eli Roth did announce this week or last week that Thanksgiving 2 has already been greenlit. So we'll be getting that in
Yeah.
2025. It looks like. And
Wow.
hey, I'm interested to see what he can do with the sequel because this one was good enough. I mean, I probably won't watch it again, but if I'd never seen the original trailer, which I might not, I probably wouldn't have went and watched it if I hadn't seen the original trailer, Grindhouse
Yeah.
trailer. But if I hadn't seen that, I might have went to it and enjoyed it a little more. But it has a
Oh well.
nice mystery to it. But I had
Yeah.
I had it I had it figured out. The killer figured out less than halfway through.
Well, but in the film's defense, usually you do on 90% of the movies you watch. So at least
It's hard.
85% of the movies you
It's
watch.
hard. I mean, being an '80s kid growing up with slashers, and
Oh yeah.
if you've seen a bunch of them, it's hard not to see the different
Oh yeah.
tropes, to just ignore them. And
Hmm.
and if nothing else, you just get that. Even if you're not trying to, you get that gut feeling. You
Yep.
can't help it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh. Oh, I did start one of the old Thanksgiving. Yeah, I
I
didn't
haven't
make it very
watched it.
far
There's
into it.
but Thanksgiving, and then there's Thanksgiving 3 because Thanksgiving
Yeah.
3 skips its own sequel.
It needed to. If it was anything like the first. The main killer is a hand puppet.
Turkey.
No, it's a hand puppet. It's that bad. You can tell it's a hand puppet. Uh, no, it's not. Trust me, this is
Casino's
not.
listening.
It's not
Casino's
spoiling
listening.
anything. Yeah, but no, Casino's a wonder cock. He's not a hand puppet. It's okay. Uh, Speaking of that, y'all saw Casino in Branson. I saw.
Oh,
Damn,
he
times
did.
are hard. Times
Yeah,
are hard.
yeah. He was at
Serving
the
tables.
Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede. That's right. I said Dixie Stampede
Yeah,
because it's the fucking Dixie Stampede. It's not. They dropped
exactly.
the Dixie back in 2020 when all the BLM bullshit was going on, and
Yep.
a town that is advertised as the gateway to the South, and you can't even fucking say Dixie. Fuck you guys. What I do like
Exactly.
though is I was worried that Dixie Outfitters might have went out of business because I had read a couple of articles back in 2020 how uh, BLM and NAACP and a bunch of other organizations were
Yeah.
coming down hard on Dixie Outfitters because those who don't
Oh,
know,
well,
they have they have our nation's flag, the Confederate
American
flag
flag.
on
Yep.
the American flag on every shirt, and all kinds of cool shirt designs. And too, they are not a racist organization. And anybody
Mm-mm.
who thinks that because you fly a Southern flag or support the Southern flag, the Southern states, if anybody thinks that that makes you a racist, well, you're a fucking idiot, and you need to
Yep.
open a history book, and actually
They
read.
need to go back to
Uh,
school and pay attention in history class.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I heard that the Dixie Outfitters had went woke. I heard they were Pixie
No,
Outfitters now.
no. But I tell you what happened, which is a beautiful thing we've seen happen several times over the last few years. When they tried to cancel everybody, all these uh, retards were trying to cancel Dixie Outfitters,
Yeah.
just like with Morgan Wallen, which I don't like him as an artist, but the country singer Morgan Wallen, whenever they tried to cancel him, he went to number one, Entertainer of the Year, number one
Yeah.
selling artist of the year, and they have him with Dixie Outfitters, the same thing. They had kind of a small building there in Branson,
Hmm.
and they actually had to move closer into town on the main strip and get a and got a much bigger building because they had so
Yeah.
much more business after the attempted cancellation. And I'm so glad, and I don't want to get political on the show, but I'm so glad people are fed up with this woke bullshit and canceling it.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. But poor old Casino, he's not the same wondercock he used to be. Old Dirty Dan's run him in the ground. He took him out of what he was good at fighting and started him in the chicken porn, and it didn't pan out. And now he's serving tables at the Dixie Stampede.
And you would think
Poor
with the whole
fella.
woke crowd that chicken porn would be at an all-time high.
Yeah. Well, I just think, it's like a lot of porn stars. They
I mean, how many of
run
them
themselves into the
self-identify as
ground.
chickens?
Well, they run into their ground, and then they get depression. I bet he's depressed. And Dirty Dan ain't going to spend the money and get him any damn anti-suppressant or depressant medications and shit, So, poor damn Wondercock. Maybe we need to bring him down here. Think so?
How the mighty have fallen.
Or up here. Yeah, well, Cody, we've been bullshitting for almost 40 minutes now, so you reckon we ought to get on with the show?
Let's.
So
you do us the honor of going first, sir.
All right. Well, for number 10, I picked the 1997 film Jack Frost. The synopsis of the film is the serial killer Jack Frost is being driven to his execution when the truck has a bizarre accident that transforms him into a mutant killer snowman. It's corny, it's goofy as shit, but it's a lot of fun.
But it's direct to video. It's late 90s direct to video done right.
And it's got some neat kills in it. Like, didn't he kill Shannon Elizabeth in the bathtub?
Yeah, he just squeezes her to death, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I got a trailer if you want me to show you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Go right ahead. Damn, Poe must be psychic because I didn't even tell him what my top 10 was, and he's done got a trailer to it. Oh, that is perfect timing because...
Night. Science and evil collide. Oh, yeah. Now, a serial killer is on the loose.
We hadn't even tested the acid on an amoeba, let alone a human cell. This is a disaster.
Look, I just saw something that doesn't belong in this world, and it's out there killing my friends. Now tell me what it is. Jack Frost. Jack would like to make an entrance. And he's giving cold-blooded a whole new meaning.
Hey, Jack! What? You left the 7-10 split.
Okay, so so I never got like the trailer. It shows like he's an escaped convict. Like that whole scene was hilarious. By the way, that would never happen. But then the chemicals spray him and turn him in practically a skeleton and burns all of his flesh off, and then he forms with the snow.
Mm-hmm. And then they go completely against that in the movie where he doesn't even have a skeleton at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like there's that one part where he melts himself so he can run under the door and then come back as
it would make sense if he did like a fucking what is it, the Dimbula, the fucking Chucky thing on the snow, and then he was I think this movie could have been so much more cooler where he didn't look like the cheesy snowman and you see right there. Like he was actually like made of snow, and then like anybody like shoots him or something, you could see the bones. I think that would have been badass. Now that's a killer fucking snowman movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been cool.
Yeah, if you made a real non-comedy snowman movie like that, that would be badass.
Well, I mean, you can still have the humor element in it. But
this one went straight for the laughs, though.
Dude,
that's all it did.
And this is just my opinion. Such a missed opportunity for something so fucking like it would have been so much better, and we probably would got more than a part 2, which I still don't know why there's a part 2.
Oh yeah, I've never seen the part 2 yet.
I have.
I saw it when it first came out.
Yeah. Part 2. It's like he can control the climate, so he makes it snowy in an island area because the cop in this one has like PTSD. So he goes on vacation to a tropical area, and of course, Jack. Yeah, see that it's already making you laugh. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's actually funnier than the first one. It is funnier than the first one. The part, well, he has like children, little snowballs, and there's evil like little critter children. But also the kills are pretty interesting in it too. One where he turns himself into ice, and then this lady's drink, and she's sucking on the ice in her mouth because it's tropic setting, and you can hear him say, "Oh yeah, baby," just like that. "Oh yeah, yeah," and then she bites it, and he's like, "You bitch!" and then her head explodes.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I just had to interrupt the trailer real quick. It's almost over, but
you're good.
It's such a myth.
No, hell has just frozen over.
Oh.
No, and I don't remember. Does it ever really show Shannon Elizabeth naked in this one? I think it crops everything out.
Covered.
It's like all covered, and
pissed me off so bad because I had the biggest crush on her, of course, from the American Pie thing.
Well, this came out. This was shot before American Pie, but it came out after American Pie.
Yeah, well, I didn't discover this till after American Pie, and then when I saw it had her in it, I'm like, oh yeah.
I will
like. There, damn it. Because I rented it and I waited for mom and dad to go to bed to watch it.
Dude, I'll tell you,
did you swing? And then I'm like, fuck.
No, did you see that one part? I forgot that part where they fall into a truck bed full of antifreeze.
Oh, yeah, that was so fucking stupid.
I mean, Why the hell?
Fuck would there be a truck bed full of antifreeze?
Because they were trying to kill him, and they're like,
that's how they were trying to kill him.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so,
and the little kid is like, he's spitting antifreeze out of his mouth, like, I'm okay. No, you're not.
Oh, you're not.
Not with that old shit.
You just swallowed about 2 gallons of antifreeze. You're not okay.
Have freaking William Shatner come out this week on Rescue 911. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, because you take that old antifreeze, if you just got it in your mouth, you better go somewhere. Because, I mean, that shit was bad.
Oh, look at that.
The new stuff.
Rob Mahoney, Snowman Porn. You know what? To all of our listeners, because it's festive, and I'm sorry if I'm stepping on you guys' toes, y'all send us your best snowman porn. Just send it. Send us the best snowman porn that you have.
Maybe
it could be a picture of a snowman doing something dirty. Who cares?
I see it. We're going to have a snowman with real mahogany wood.
Like a 2x4.
Smacking it, bang, bang, real mahogany.
We want to see your best snowman porn. Send it to us.
Some asshole always has to put a dick on the snowman.
I know.
I bet the Wondercock sends something in too.
Yeah,
I bet he's getting tired of serving tables.
Dude, anytime I see a rooster now,
he was a great server. He was a great server. Thank you.
I took a picture.
For a guy with no hands, he did okay.
I was at a convenience store gassing up, and I think I took a picture and said, anytime I see a rooster, I take a picture of it, and So if you have any, that's another thing. If you see any rooster sighting, if you see any casino sightings out there, take a picture and send it to us on the Backwoods Horror Show group.
Send it on the group, the Facebook group. Tag us in it on Twitter.
Yep.
I don't remember what our Twitter handle is.
Dognet Media or the Backwoods Horror Show. Yeah, because Casino's on the loose. We hadn't seen him in 2 weeks. And then Cody just happened to take a vacation to Branson, and there he was working. So, poor guy.
Snowman had frozen hard peanut. Whoa. All right, Mahoney, calm down.
We might have hit one of Mahoney's fetishes there. Oh, shit. Hang on.
Watching snowman porn. Let's finish this trailer.
Blow me.
See, and that's what's bad is he didn't even look like a snowman in the movie. He looked more like a Dollar Tree snowman you would buy,
Yeah.
you know, like the cheap styrofoam shit. He really did. But it was just one of them moments. I remember watching it, and I had so much fun with it when I was a kid. And I usually don't like horror comedies at all.
Yeah. No, that was something.
But
So,
that's also why it was at the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
Cody,
well,
what's yours, and I'll find your trailer.
I think you'll be able to find it pretty easy. Just to set the mood for this top 10 list, I started off with the 1990 classic, which we mentioned earlier, Home Alone. The prequel to The Good Son.
I thought we were doing Christmas horror.
We don't have to watch the trailer. Everybody, I assume, knows what Home Alone is.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows what Home
It
Alone
is
is.
Christmas fucking horror.
I'm shaking my
Wait, it is a horror movie because the little boy grew up to be a druggie.
Well, no, you remember The Good Son, the movie you did a year or two after this, where he played the psychotic, continued to be a psychotic preteen and was knocking off people left and right. This movie was his first dabble into murder, I assume.
Yeah.
But he was a sadistic little fucker. You know, I loved it as a kid.
True.
I thought it was hilarious. But
True.
going back last year, I went back and watched it with the family, and I was like, oh my god, this kid is just enjoying the shit out of torturing these two guys.
You know, and it had Dave Z from Banana Laser starring in it too.
Yeah, Dave Z's first starring role.
Yep.
There you go.
I have a recut trailer to make Home Alone look like a horror movie. I found it
awesome. Play.
I think I've seen this.
Perfect. Oh my god, dude, this is insane. Let's see, a recut trailer. This is gonna be hilarious. Let's see. It's a black.
Oh, really? You're completely helpless. Everyone has to do everything for you.
Don't you know how to knock phlegm wad? You're such a disease.
Everyone in this family hates me.
Isn't it something you can just change the music and turn something into horror?
Oh yeah, that's. Oh my god.
Just one Christmas wish left this year.
I wish they would all just disappear.
Murdered his whole family and half the people on his block.
Holy shit.
Freddy Krueger ain't got shit on this kid.
I told you.
Okay, hold on. For our audio listeners, that was the best. That was the best.
My gosh, that's awesome.
They cut the scene when his mom comes home to try to find him, and it's the scene when she runs into the house and Kevin's standing there. Well, they cut it to where mom goes and she looks, and then you see one of the paint cans just swing down.
That is fucking brilliant. All right, whoever did that needs to be nominated for an Academy Award, right?
Oh yeah, for editing, dude.
Brilliant.
Hell yeah! Oh,
I told you, a sadistic little fuck.
I know.
Awesome.
But you're not home alone this winter.
Yeah, it'll just be a matter of time before he does it again.
Holy
Holy shit! That is awesome.
That was fucking great.
Hey, I was always hoping
right.
for the spin-off movie, the South Bend Shovel Slayer. We never got that.
I know, the old man. I want to see the one where John Candy's like John Wayne Gacy is the Polka King, and he just goes around in a bus kidnapping people, telling his crazy Polka King stories.
So many missed opportunities there. So many.
Holy shit!
John Candy dying at such a young age, so sad.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of which, yeah, this year is the 30th anniversary of his passing.
And you know what just happened? Macaulay Culkin just got a star today.
He did. He got Catherine O'Hare, his mom from Home Alone. Apparently, she didn't die from the paint can to the face, and she's the one that inducted him.
Yeah, he got a star on the feces and piss riddled sidewalk that is known as the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah. That being said, I saw some pictures, and the guy, there for years. Which me and him share the exact same birthday.
No shit.
August 14th, 1980. Yeah. And,
damn, you both aged like shit.
Yeah, well, he looks so much better now, though. As to where I look so much worse.
You both look like hell.
But no,
Hollywood makeup.
He's got 2 kids now with that hot Asian actress chick. And he actually looked good at the
adult film actress or regular actress?
Regular actress, and I mean he got 2 healthy kids, and looks like at least he looks like he's got off the drugs. He's put some weight back on, looks healthy, and good for him. So many of those
good
80s and 90s kid actors, Jesus, what can you say?
God, yeah.
99% of them are fucked up.
Hollywood chews them up and spits them out and leaves them laying in the road.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, Home Alone. Home Alone is, and I am serious about that, because after rewatching that, I was like, Jesus Christ, this kid's a sadistic little fucker. So yeah, that's my number 10 spot.
All right.
What else I was going to say? Speaking of John Candy, on Thanksgiving, I did watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm fixing to.
I had never seen it in its entirety. As much as I love,
shit.
Yeah, John Candy. Wow. I'd never watched it. I've seen bits and pieces of it over the years, and I watched it from start to finish, and I fucking love it.
Wow.
I went on a John Candy binge about 3 years ago, and I think I ordered most of his DVDs. I know I ordered all the ones I hadn't seen. But I got Plane, Trains, Automobiles. I got a John Candy box set. Uncle Buck is one of my favorites. Summer
Another
Rental
one I haven't
is a
ever
good
seen.
one. You've never seen Summer Rental?
No, Uncle Buck. I've
never seen Uncle Buck?
Oh my
God!
God!
You will identify with Uncle Buck now since we're older.
Yeah, we're gonna cut this show short. You need to go stop what we're doing and go watch the movie right now.
Yeah,
jeez,
we may have to do a John Candy episode.
Like The Great Outdoors, I've probably seen it a dozen times.
Oh yeah.
And
I like Uncle Buck better than The Great Outdoors.
Spaceballs, I have seen. That's one of my most favorite movies of all time.
Dude, you'll have to come over and watch it on the big screen in my basement one day. We'll have a weekend and just binge watch.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm down for it, yeah.
But hell yeah.
Oh, man, I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I know it, damn. It's getting getting us out of the top 10 groove. Speaking of that, I think I'll go to number 9.
That never happens.
You're gonna have to give me a pass on number 9. It's the 2005 Ginger Dead Man.
Oh my God!
For one fucking reason, because of Gary fucking Busey. Enough said.
Oh my God!
I haven't seen it. I haven't.
Synopsis.
The Full Moon films.
I don't remember. I think it is a Full Moon.
Or is that Gingerbread Man? I don't. Or
Ginger Dead Man.
This is Ginger Dead Man.
Yeah.
A witch revives her dead serial killer son as a giant gingerbread man intent on killing the girl
as one
who had
does.
him executed.
Oh yeah, dude.
Folks, it's as bad as it fucking sounds. It really is. But this is exactly what would have happened if Child's Play, if the opening scene in it would have been in a bakery.
Oh yeah, big time. So
See, the bakery sign even looks like
look
shit.
how
I mean,
cracked
come on,
it is.
folks.
And this is probably a direct ripoff of Child's Play, I'm going to assume.
Let's just here's the trailer, and you know what, you're not missing anything. So
No.
all right.
In a quiet bakery, one woman is about to confront her past.
We gotta fight back.
This whole scene with him in there in the bakery or in the cafe is hilarious.
Unforgivable act of violence.
It also says here that after they
And I like the guy doing the voiceover. It's the same guy they've had do every horror movie for 20 years right there.
Something else was just like
It's a guy trying to do that.
Must be that gingerbread season.
Mm-hmm.
Ow! I cut my hand. And he bleeds into the dough.
An unholy curse.
What is it? Fucker.
I think I know what. I mean, who it is. It's me, Raptor! Why'd you come and get me?
A new kind of
Boom! Here he comes.
What the hell is that?
But it sure ain't the Pillsbury fucking Doughboy.
Hellboy. Oh, that's when he gets possessed at the end. So okay, so
Yeah, that's enough of that.
this is hold on. No, this is Gary Busey's regular life. They just put it in gingerbread form. This is him on a weekend. It's just going around causing problems.
The ginger Coke man.
The ginger. I'm
How we
Gary
doing today, Gary Busey? Pretty good, Gary Busey.
pretty good. Look at the
Oh, my
face,
God.
dude. It's just so
Yeah.
funny. Like,
That's why you don't start doing Coke when you're 30, kids. You wait till you're in your 50s. You will turn into Busey.
yeah, all that Predator 2 money up his nose. So yeah, that's Ginger Dead Man
Man.
over a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the basic thing for it.
Yep. It's
Do
one of
we
those
really
so
need to
bad.
say anything else about this film?
No, it's one of those so bad that it had to be on the list.
That's pretty bad.
Sure, a
All
top
right,
10
Cody.
list. That makes
You
sense.
know what?
Sure, since I
I suggest anybody. I'm going to make my suggestion. Anybody go and just watch the scene when Gary Busey is still, a man and not the Ginger Dead Man. In that beginning scene in the what is it, the diner? That shit
Yeah.
is so fucking funny. Like it's
It
just
is.
it is the funniest part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It-
go
it
see
really
watch
is.
Ginger Dead Man, the beginning of it, and then when Gary Busey dies, then you can shut it off and go to something else.
And you can tell Gary Busey was high as fuck when
Oh,
this
dude.
was filmed. Oh
That's
my
what
god,
makes
he
it
didn't
great.
even know where he was at.
He's like, "Where
you
am I?"
know,
kind of like when he did those direct-to-video Universal Soldier sequels.
oh good god, yeah.
I call those
Oh.
military dad movies because every military dad had those crappy like B movies, like
Yep.
what is it? Universal Soldier 8. Like some of the stupidest shit. Like they got at the BX because it was like $5.
Yeah. You know that the person doing the final cut of that movie had hell doing that.
Oh, dude, big time.
That there probably would have been a lot more Gary Busey in the film before he turned into the Ginger Dead Man if he could.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
he wasn't so fucking high. They just did what they could use.
They're like, hurry up.
They probably didn't even pay him in cash. They probably just paid him in Coke.
Hey, I got to give it to the old man. Like this year, he got through out of a horror con in Texas. I think in Dallas, maybe. But he got
No
through
shit.
out for like groping the women there. They were waiting in line to get pictures with him.
Can't blame him. I mean,
Okay, look, if you go and you want a picture with Gary Busey, man, woman, dog, whatever, expect to be
You
gross.
better expect some crazy shit. Yeah.
It's a given. I'm sorry.
no shit. No shit. I mean, that's what you're going there to get
Like
pictures for.
if I
Gary
go in
Busey.
line, yeah, if I go take a picture of Gary Busey and he fucking grabs my ass or something, I'm like, I should have expected that, and whatever.
Yeah,
My bad.
exactly. It's
Weird guy.
Gary
He's a
fucking
weird
Busey.
He's not
No
gay.
shit.
He's just weird.
He's burnt. That's what happens when you do as much coke as Charlie Sheen and it doesn't fucking kill you.
That's what happens when you leave your gingerbread in the oven too long.
All right, Cody, what do you got for number 9, sir?
Number 9, I have the one of the original slashers and true classics. Bob Clark's 1974 original Black Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah,
It's a landmark
good
film.
one. Yeah,
I mean, true precursor to the slasher genre.
Margaret Kidder's on her game on that. There's a
Hell yeah,
sorority
dude.
mother that's
She was
drunk
still
all the
hot,
time. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, that is a great
how many times have they tried to do this movie? How many times?
Oh, several. Oh, I can't even
Two.
count that high.
Have there been 2 or 3 remakes? Because there was like the 2010 one, which I never saw, but I meant to get around to. The one with Michelle Trachtenberg and had I think Daniel Harris might have been in it.
Well, I think
then-
Poe means how many times have other people tried to recreate this film, in a whole.
Yeah, they always try to
True.
redo it, and
Yeah, this one was on spot. I mean, you got a group of girls in a sorority house on winter break that snowed in. And they start getting these perverted calls and and that's the thing. This was in 74. You didn't hear shit like that at the movies,
It's me again, Margaret. Are you Nicky?
Yeah. She's like, I want to lick your pretty pink pussy, blah, 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 and all that. And I forgot all the shit, but it was really
What a tease
off the
this
wall
guy
shit.
is too.
Oh, exactly.
Christmas, Margaret.
Yeah. And then he starts getting violent with his threats.
Oh yeah,
Don't
dude.
look at them.
Then a girl or two winds up missing.
I seen her over
Yeah,
there by
look,
the place, and there was a poker coming out. I said, "Don't look at that." Too late. She already got hit in my eye.
That's what. Okay, we had that Home Alone recut trailer. Somebody needs to recut the Black Christmas trailer with Ray Stevens.
On it.
and make it a comedy.
I'm on it. I'll take it.
A pretty pink comedy. Pretty pink pussy
I'm
comedy.
a huge Ray Stevens fan, dude. I will do it. I'll do it.
Perfect. Oh hell yeah.
One of the scenes I pulled up because, dude, Olivia Hussey back in the day. Holy crap! Like Olivia Hussey is so fucking
She
hot.
was quite the hussy.
Yes.
Could you imagine growing up with that last name?
I don't know.
Hussey?
She's from England or whatever. So,
She's like, I have to be a whore. I don't have a choice.
oh my god, you leave her alone, damn it. I like Olivia. I like me some
I
Olivia
meant whore in a good way.
That doesn't make her bad.
in a good way. All right, here's this scene with Olivia Hussey and the pokers. I like the poker.
Yeah, and I watched part of this film. That was before we were doing this.
Yeah.
And it will catch you in the suspense the way they made this.
Well, see,
film.
they don't
just
do
done a
movies like this.
fantastic
They don't.
job.
Oh yeah. Look, I mean, this whole scene right here.
Yeah, you take the camera angles, the lighting, the music, everything. You can hear her
Oh.
breath.
And it just shows what a versatile filmmaker Bob Clark was. Because you got to think,
yeah.
he did this in '74, and 10 years later, which this is, this
Yeah.
was a staple. I mean, this was like the beginning of the slasher genre.
Oh, yeah.
And then 10 years later, he does A Christmas Story, which is like one of the most beloved Christmas movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is this whole scene is great. I don't want to get in trouble. Hold on. We're just gonna fast forward. Blah 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 blah. Should I make the noise? Hold on. Oh, they got murdered.
She no woke no more.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God, dude, look at that right there. Oh my God, dude. That creeps me out right now.
Yeah, well, that's a missed opportunity. She had a poker in her hand. Why didn't she poke him?
I know. Pink. Look at that, dude. That is so creepy.
Yeah.
I see you.
It's creepy as shit. And, you know, and what's really wild is where they realize all the phone calls were coming from inside the house.
Now, let me get you guys' opinion. Do you think, and this is what's been up for debate since the movie came out in '74, do you think it was the boyfriend or was it somebody else? Because, I mean, the way it ends, it's kind of ambiguous because you hear the phone ringing after the killer's still in the house.
The killer's still in the house.
I think the way this was written, the way it was put together, it was left open like that for a reason. So it would be talked about many, many years after and discussed. Well, what do you think it is? Yeah. So it's an open, kind of a mini open book right there, in my opinion.
No.
So it could be either way.
That's how I feel. I mean, I'm not going to say
I think it was Olivia Hussey's dad.
Okay. Interesting.
Out here acting like a whore. Now I gotta kill all these fuckers.
Flew all the way in. Damn it.
Oh, man. Who was next? I lost track.
Trav.
Oh, that's me.
What is your number 8?
My number 8 is 1984's Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
I'm really it's that far down on the list for you.
Don't really have to explain this one. I mean, I don't really consider it a horror movie. You don't really have to explain it. It's a classic. Everybody has seen Gremlins, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's not really a horror movie. It's okay. I would say it's a Disney horror movie.
Well, the thing that's interesting too, and we're probably hashing this out like everybody else with a horror podcast and all this because it was originally supposed to be more of a horror movie with blood and all that shit. It was supposed to be, but they cut a bunch of shit out.
Yeah.
Now, I would love to see that version of Gremlins where there's blood and guts and all that. That would be badass.
I think the tone was about perfect the way it was because if not, it would not have been the hit it is. If it would have been more violent, we would maybe we'd be talking about it today, but it wouldn't be the beloved family film it is.
I don't know.
Oh no!
Why can't they have two versions of it?
I would love to see an unrated version. Yeah, I think if they would have released an unrated version.
It's kind of like RoboCop, and then the unrated version of RoboCop. It's like, holy shit! It's a complete different movie.
Which, exactly. Which last Saturday night after we got home from Branson with the kids, we watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, of course, because we have to watch that every year multiple times. There's never a bad time for that movie.
Nope.
And then we watched Scrooged. But Gremlins is always right up there at the top of our yearly Christmas rotation, too. And Landon, my oldest son, he's 9. He's like, I love that movie. My favorite part is where Billy's mom throws the gremlin in the microwave. I'm like, good kid, good kid.
You need to teach him how to do that with some of your damn cats you got around. Cody's got a damn breeding ground for cats. Every time I show up, there's like 20 extra ones running around. It's like,
he's feeding them at midnight. What the hell's going on?
I think he breeds them after midnight.
I want to share
I got him wet.
I know it's got to be one of y'all's favorite scenes, the Dory's Tavern scene when all the gremlins are getting drunk and jacking.
Oh yeah,
and that is so dated with the flash dance stuff and everything, but I love it.
Oh no, it's hilarious, dude. This is Last Weekend at the Tavern, by the way.
Now we see why the first tavern burnt down, don't we?
got a little crazy that night, folks. Oh, BBK. Yep, that's me.
That's my old high school crew.
I love the one with all the cigarettes in his mouth.
Dude.
Oh, shit. I'll plug my phone up.
This is so just laughing and drinking. That's so fun.
Yeah.
That's such a fun.
I
scene.
love it. Gizmo and that one. Gizmo. I love Gizmo in it. And, is it this one? Oh yeah. Is it this one or is it the second one where he does the Rambo thing?
Oh,
I think
second
it's
one,
the
dude.
second one.
Second one.
Yeah.
The second
I
one's
love
off
that.
the fucking rails.
You get the little deal. You see him making the little fucking bow out of the paper clips and the rubber bands, and then he ties on the little bandit.
That cute. He looks like a dude. It's like such a badass scene, but you're like, oh, that motherfucker's cute.
Yeah. And then he goes out there to kick ass, and he just gets his ass kicked.
I know.
Freaking great.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, Gremlins is a classic. I love it. All right, Code. What's your number 8?
My number 8 is the film I really wish we would have got a sequel to, which I'm still holding my breath. But none other than 2004's Bill Goldberg classic Santa's Sleigh.
Oh.
I think we showed a clip of that on a different show.
Yeah, we watched. Yeah, I made you pull up the opening scene to it because he fucking when any movie that opens up, you kill fucking Fran Drescher, Corky Romano, and James Caan from The Godfather right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know you're in for a ride.
Goldberg was a horrible wrestler, and he's even worse as an actor. He needs to stick with it. Oh yeah, I never did like this one. Of course, that was at the Goldberg high. But
let's see. Well, guess what, folks? We're gonna watch the opening scene.
That'll work.
Because Cody wanted it. Here it is.
Oh, damn! Those are some nice birds.
Get a Kate Spade
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
You know that shopping machine store?
Yeah, there's two birds side by side in a red dress.
Gwen, don't be telling my kids that. I'm trying to teach them some
Oh, God. Somebody put a dick in her mouth. You don't want to hear her voice.
Oh, Chris.
That's like one of them. You're so hammered you fall asleep.
Yeah,
you
Corky Romano.
can't hear them.
Just a faithful husband.
Oh, Rebecca Gayheart. I forgot.
Yeah.
Second thing she
Forgot
wants.
she was in it.
Oh man,
Thinking, Angel,
What, darling?
a lot of hotness
I
in
was
this.
thinking, dear God, don't let this bird taste like a shoe like it did last year. Let it be tender and moist just for once.
I forgot about this scene.
That would be nice. It's called foreplay.
I don't want to screw the bird. I want to eat it. I swear to you, she dehydrated this turkey from Thanksgiving.
Sounds like to me if he'd eat it, he would be able to screw it.
I know.
Maybe she talks a lot during sex, though. That would do it, though. I mean, I can understand that.
Oh, look at that. She's hitting on the son-in-law.
Three potato.
Let's dig in.
Listen, you half a fag. Fork in your eye. Why don't you bet Santa for a pair of balls?
Beth, say grace.
This would have been a good movie if they would have got anybody that Goldberg to play in it.
And that our
Probably.
family can be together.
I thought he was a great killer
Also,
Santa in this.
Thank you for not making us poor or Samoan.
My God.
Thank you for Mexican pharmaceuticals, the
What?
latest cutting class, and that those that are less fortunate work harder.
Like, what is this? Uh-oh. Here we go. A little poo-poo dog.
Man, it's been too long since I've seen this. I don't even remember part of it.
I know.
Fuck, I want to watch it.
Yeah. My stocking.
Santa?
Yes, Virginia. There is a Santa Claus.
I'm waiting for the Goldberg spear. Hey, that was like your cat that time, Cody.
Oh!
Who are you? What are you doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no, you haven't.
Must have used teeth.
That is so great, dude. This is so great. Oh,
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I honestly am.
yeah. That ain't no shit.
That might have just been back in the days I couldn't stand Goldberg. I watched wrestling religiously back then, and that must have been back when he was in his height, and I just never did like him because that was pretty badass.
You know that's also you didn't have another wrestler to hate, and we all as an actor, and we all know who that is.
Huh?
Who was it?
Oh, The Rock.
Oh, The Rock. Oh, I can't stand the fucking people's cock. That's what I call him, the people's cock. I never could stand that. And I still don't like The Rock. I don't think he can act his way out of a paper bag.
No, he just does those stupid action movies. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he kind of always done the people's eyebrow and all that. I never could stand him.
The Rock says.
And he keeps throwing in the fucking he has to throw in one of The Rock wrestling lines in every fucking movie he's in.
Oh yeah,
that's why I just don't watch his fucking
even at the end of spoilers at the end of Fast and Furious 10 in the credit scene where they're kind of come get me, you some bitch.
I was just really hoping that Vin Diesel was going to snap his fucking neck, to tell you the truth, and all of those, and it never happened. But, yep. So my number 7, Cody's going to like this one, is 1980s Christmas
Wait,
Evil.
did I do my number?
You did your number 8.
Yeah, I did. I did my number 8. Never mind.
Yes.
Go ahead.
See, this is the problem when we do top 10s. We both get to drinking them before we get to fucking 5. So, yeah, number 7 is 1980s Christmas Evil. A toy maker who reveals in Christmas spirit suffers a mental breakdown when his work is met with criticism and hypocrisy, dresses as Santa, and goes on a Yuletide killing spree.
Which, when he's a little kid, he sees his dad eating out his mom when he's in the Santa Claus. Is that it?
Yeah, he comes in dressed up as Santa, and then she makes him go to bed. That way Santa can do his job. And we know what Santa's job is.
I mean,
and
I thought that
he
happened to every
sneaks back
kid.
down.
It fucked me up as a child. I don't know what the big deal is there.
Wait a minute. That's kind of weird because your granddad's the one that dresses up as Santa.
My parents were married for a short time.
Yeah, but your granddad's the one that dresses up as Santa.
Santa looked a lot like Granddad. Or Granddad looked a lot like him.
But
yeah, I didn't think that one through.
Is that why Jane always comes in and gives him a big old hug?
That's wrong.
I know. We cross lines like that.
You know what they say? Keep your enemies close and your in-laws closer.
Oh shit! We probably just lost 4 viewers off that one, but oh well, it was funny. We lost 4 in game 5, so what's that tell you?
Yeah, don't worry. Our views on YouTube are going to be abysmal because we watched that whole scene. So,
yeah, nah, fuck
we're
YouTube.
going to flag you for that one.
But yeah, I remember the first time I watched this movie, I was like, "Holy fuck!" It's got some really badass kill scenes in it. And twisted. I mean, it gets twisted. There's no real way to describe it. You just got to watch it. I like it. It's a cult classic now. When it first come out, if I remember right, Cody, it bombed, didn't it?
It did
It
terribly.
didn't do
The
anything.
bad
Yeah.
thing, I watched this, which I'd already seen, and I have it on Blu-ray. But I watched this I think last year. Joe Bob did it on his last year, or year before last. He did it on his Christmas special.
Year before last, I think. Yep.
And he loved the film. But the bad thing was, I mean, the director of this, his career, he did this and like one other movie,
Yep.
and before this movie kind of gained in the last 20 years gained, he died like right before this movie started gaining
Yeah,
a big
and
cult following after the internet age.
it wasn't a good death he died either. I forgot what Joe Bob said, but yeah, he died from is either overindulgence or something, wasn't it? I don't remember.
I don't.
Yeah, I
But,
think it. I
but
may
he
be
never
wrong
got
on
to
that,
see his
but
movie be.
no.
It was just a bomb to him still, and which is a shame because this movie is a wonderful character
Yeah.
piece.
Anytime somebody mentioned it, he would just get in a real pissed off mood because he was mad that it didn't do well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
your typical slasher.
No.
Which
no,
I mean, it
not
hit
at all.
right
And
there. It hit right there at the beginning of the big
Yep.
slasher fad that started with Friday the
Yeah,
13th.
that was the thing though. The slashers had already had their path they were supposed to take, and this was nowhere in that path at all. And that's one reason I love it. It was, I don't know, it's a masterpiece, really. I love it.
I don't know if I go that far, but it's a
I
character
love it.
piece for sure.
It's
And
completely different than any other slasher spectrum we've seen.
yeah, it makes you feel very sympathetic for the lead character, the antagonist.
Oh yeah.
The lead character. You're hoping that things are gonna work out for him, and they just keep getting worse and
Yeah.
worse.
And he finally fucking snaps.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's
And the kills in this are pretty brutal.
they are.
I mean, that's one thing it does have in common
one
with
thing I really
the
like about it.
slashers of its time. I mean, it's
Mhm.
brutal, and it doesn't pull any punches.
No, and that was another thing that I hated. Like they got the game path and the slashers, and then we went through that section where they didn't show you the kill. The aftermath and that, and I always hated that whenever it has to be done.
Well, after
very-
like 84, 85, the MPAA was being so hard on the horror genre that it was hard to make a good practical effects gore film.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Code. So what is your number 7?
My number 7 is 2017's Better Watch Out.
I don't know if I've seen this one.
It is basically like the R-rated version of Home Alone.
Really?
The 17-year-old babysitter, pretty blonde girl, I don't remember her name in it, but she's babysitting this 12-year-old. And it starts off all innocent enough. He's got a crush on his babysitter, and his best buddy from down the street sneaks over and is hanging out with them, and then there's a break-in, an intruder, so they think. And it just has a lot of twists and turns, and even has an homage to Home Alone with the paint can to the face, which in this it goes probably more like it would go in real life if you swung a full can of paint at somebody's face from about 20 foot of rope. Yeah. But the kills in this are brutal, and the twists in it are really, really smart, and it keeps you engaged, and you never know which way it's going to go right up till the end. And it's another one. It's just a freaking shame that we didn't get a sequel to this, because it leaves it wide open for a sequel.
Yeah. I'm going to have to check it out. Yeah, I've never seen it. Never really heard of it.
But Can't recommend it highly enough. It got really good reviews when it came out back
Yeah.
6 years ago. But yeah, you just don't know what way it's going. It not a lot of movies surprise me anymore, and this movie really surprised me at several points.
I got a beer slushy now. I think I left it in the freezer just a little too long.
That's right, folks. You too can have your beer slushies. Slide on over to teespring.com/Backwoods Horror Show and pick up your custom Backwoods Horror merch.
And T-shirts as well. Whoop, shit, we look Canadian right there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh. There we go. Okay. All right. And we'll jump right on into the number 6 picks, and I do it on almost every one of our top 10s. I have a tie for number 6. I could not pick between the two. The first one is 2008. It's a Swedish film. Let the Right One In. Basically, a bullied little boy.
That was a Christmas movie?
Yeah, it's set in Christmas time.
It's Swedish. Is it? I just thought it was known because it was Sweden.
No, it's set in Christmas time. But there's a reason I have both. This one on here is a tie, though. Basically, a bullied little boy meets a little vampire girl, and they kind of fall in love.
Allegedly a girl.
No, we're not doing that bullshit on this show. No.
No, you remember whenever it shows the little girl when he sees her whenever at some point, like after they swim in the pool or something, and she's like all stitched up down there or some shit like that. Maybe she's just been
I forgot about
had her
that
shit
part.
cut off. Yeah, at least it never explains it.
Yeah, you're right. I never figured that out. I just thought it was. Yeah, I forgot about
Maybe
that.
that was in a cutscene or something. I don't know.
It might have been. But yeah. So anyway, I really liked how this was. I wasn't expecting hardly anything out of it. I even watched it with subtitles, and usually subtitle movies take me right out of it for some reason, but this one kept me intrigued. Very interesting, and she's a badass little vampire too. But that jumps right back in. Oh yeah. And that jumps me right into our American version, which is also my number 6. This is the tie. It's 2010, Let Me In. Have you ever seen it?
With Chloe Grace Moretz, which I'm a fan of hers, but for some reason I've never got around to this one. And I love the original.
Dude, this one is just as good as the original, in my opinion. Except you don't have to read nothing on it. It's right there with it. They both have spots that are better than the other and lower than the other. I'm not going to divulge too much in the comparisons of them, but they're both really good, solid films, and I like it. And there's no stitched up wiener cutting in the American version either that I remember. But anyway, yeah, that I'm gonna have to look into that because I don't know. I don't guess I caught that or remembered the stitched up version you were talking about. I'll have to check that out and look into it because that's weird. But yeah, anyway, besides that, anyway, I mean, they're both really good films. I really enjoyed the hell out of them.
Yeah, I didn't even think of this one as a Christmas film, or I might have put it on my list.
And it might have just been the American. It might have just been the American version. I think there's a Christmas tree in the apartment when he lets her in. If I remember right, because remember he gives her the gifts too in it for Christmas.
That's right. Yeah.
So, what's your number 6 there, Code Man?
Well, my number 6, you gave one that I was arguing over whether or not it was a Christmas movie. This my number 6. It's definitely a Christmas movie, but it's arguable whether or not it's horror, and that's 1988's Richard Donner film, Bill Murray starring in Scrooged.
Fucking right, it's a Christmas film.
Well, yeah, I said it's Christmas, but it's arguable. I almost left it off the list because I don't know if you'd call it horror. I mean, it has horror elements. I thought there was enough to call it horror because when you think about it, the story, A Christmas Carol, it's
dark.
Basically, it's a horror story. It's a Christmas horror story.
It is. Well, I'll tell you this. It was on my list the films I was picking for my top 10. So it just didn't quite make the cut. I kind of put it as, and I like it. It was.
I just love this. This is my favorite version of Charles Dickens' classic. And Bill Murray makes it. Bobcat Goldthwait's fucking everybody. This movie is perfectly cast.
Oh yeah, I forgot Bobcat was in it. Yeah.
And the God, what's her name? The comedian actress, the little short chick that played the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Oh, I can't think of her
Has little
name.
winks. And Trav, my dad does not like horror movies at all. Never has, never will. And in this movie, he gets so crazy. We watched it, like I said, last Saturday night after we got back from Branson with the kids, and he loves this movie. We watched it, and just the part with the what's her name? Shit, it's right on the tip of my tongue. But the Ghost of Christmas Future, has the little fairy with the wings, and whenever she hits, she's beating the shit out of Bill Murray. And she hits him in the face with a toaster, and just that line, that's my favorite line from the movie. That bitch hit me in the face with a toaster. And but yeah, such a great and such a feel good movie too. I mean, it drives home the point, which it's all about. Christmas Carol. The story's all about redemption, and Bill Murray, the way he plays it, I mean, it just sells that. Not just as a Christmas movie, but just a feel good triumph of the human spirit type movie. Not to sound too corny, but it's just a great film.
Oh yeah, it is. It's been so long since I've seen it. I need to rewatch it too. But I've always enjoyed it every time I watch it.
And I'm surprised they went as graphic as they did on gore in it. I mean, between the zombie X-Bot Jacob Marley character, where he's seen it as a freaking golf ball and a mouse crawling out of the hole in his head. And,
I forgot about that scene.
When he rips his arm apart, whenever he's holding him by the neck out the window of the a skyscraper, and I mean it's got some gruesome stuff in it.
Yeah. And like you said, this is one of your dad's favorites. Your dad is really a wild card when it comes to what movies he will like. Like, his favorite movie of all time is Quigley Down Under. But he has one above it now.
I think Avatar.
That blew my
Avatar,
mind. I don't either. And that blew my mind that old man likes Avatar. He went and saw it at the theater. How many times?
I don't know how many, but he pre-ordered the DVD, and he's never pre-ordered. That's the only thing he's ever pre-ordered in his life.
I think he went and saw it at the theater at least 3 or 4 times.
Oh, more than that.
It's like shit. Yeah, it's crazy. But he's a wild card when it comes to film.
But that being said, I absolutely love Quigley Down Under.
Oh, same here. But it's also hard to get him to sit down and to watch something too, though, because he doesn't like to sit still that long.
I never would have guessed in a million years, and that's one of like his top 3 favorite movies now. I never would have guessed that my dad would have liked a Tarantino film. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he's just in love with that movie. He's watched it.
Oh no,
shit. He's probably watched it as much or more than Quigley Down Under and Avatar.
No shit. I still haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it was in the $5 bin at Walmart, so I picked up another copy of it. I bought him a copy of it, and I've got it on my Xbox account. I bought it on there originally, so I've got it on there. But I'll remind me next time we see each other. I'll get you that, because I definitely want to cover that on a show.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I need to bring back your sleepaway camp shit too, because I still got all your sleepaway camp stuff. I guess we're going to number 5 now, and we've already covered my number 5. My number 5 was Black Christmas, 1974. So what's your?
I didn't know it'd be that high on your list, but it's deserving.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Black Christmas set the tone for the slashers. I mean it.
Yeah, it doesn't get enough credit. I mean, I know, but people don't really talk about it. I don't think, and in podcasts, it'll be like on this. It'll be mentioned in top 10 or top 20 list or something like that. But it's always just glossed over.
They talk more about the shitty remake than they do it.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even going to give the 2010 version. I haven't seen. I hear it's okay.
Nah.
But the 2019 woke version, I'm not even going to give. Yeah, I'm not going to
I
waste
haven't watched
a
it.
second of my time on it, or more than
I
2
haven't
seconds of my
watched
time.
it.
Shit, that was 3 seconds. Fuck, 4 seconds. I'm done with it. But my number 5 is Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2.
Part 2? Really? Awesome.
Yes.
Oh.
And spoilers, Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original. Although I just watched it with the kids a couple weeks ago, or the older kids, and they loved it. But it's not on my list because if you watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, you get to see Part 1. Pretty much, because the majority of the movie is just clips from Part 1.
And
then throw in.
That's because 65% of the movie is clips from Part 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so you still get the best parts of Part 1, and then you get Garbage Day from the only good part from Part 2 of the new footage.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're getting the best of the first one, and then Garbage Day, and that's pretty much all it is. But it's so fucking much cheesy ass 80s fun that I didn't feel the need to include the first one.
Holy shit, I screwed up. I left the first one out of my top 10 and it should have been in here. Somehow I screwed up when I was making my notes. Well, shit. Okay, well, we'll go on.
We can mention. Right. I got some honorable mentions too.
Okay, yeah, that and I have to be an honourable mention that should have been up there on the top 10.
But Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, the only other thing I was going to say about it, I guess I should describe the plot a little bit, aside from that.
Yeah, go ahead.
It picks up where like 10 years after the ending of the first one, and Billy, the Killer Santa Claus's little brother, is now going on a killing spree as Santa in the most ridiculous way possible.
Yeah.
But a guy walks out. He's going on a killing spree just for the hell of it, and he's got was it a Beretta he was packing? You remember this shit better than me.
I believe it was a Beretta.
And the guy's taking out in suburbia. This guy's taking out his trash, and he looks up and sees Billy's little brother walking down the street with a pistol, and they see each other about the same time, and Billy's little brother points the gun at him and says, "Garbage Day," and pulls the trigger. And And when he does it, he does the Rock eyebrow. Before the Rock, there was a Rock eyebrow. So that's copyrighted.
Probably the Rock got it from
Dwayne Johnson.
Did we
I said the Rock's eyebrow, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
But anyway, yeah, that's like the best part of the movie. Once you see that, and if you haven't seen the original, watch it, and you'll get to see the best parts from the original, including the Linnea Quigley deer rack impalement, deer antler impalement.
Oh yes, yep. Oh,
One thing I didn't remember when showing my my two oldest girls this movie, I didn't remember how much nudity was in the original Silent Night, Deadly Night.
And the rape scene. Yeah. That sets off him being the killer Santa. Naughty. But he doesn't stop. I mean, the girl was telling the guy to stop, but he was just mad because she was tickling his pee-pee first, and so he killed her too.
Which it's been hilarious ever since we watched that movie a couple of weeks ago. Anytime my youngest son has been misbehaving, I tell him, "Hey, you better behave because it's coming up on Christmas. Santa Claus is watching." And you know what Santa Claus does to bad little boys? And Kelsey never misses a beat. Back from the girls' bedroom at the other end of the hall, you hear the deepest voice she can do for an 11-year-old. She'll say, "Punish."
Naughty, punish. That's awesome. All right, man. Well, we'll move on to my number 4, and it's a modern movie. and I don't know if you can really depict it as a horror movie, but I fucking loved it. And that is 2022's Violent Night with oh shit, what's the guy's name? The sheriff from Stranger Things.
David Harbour
Yes, as
from Stranger
a
Things.
burnt. He's a burnt out alcoholic Santa. You know, nobody.
But not the burnout alcoholic Santa we'd seen before.
No, not. And he drops in on a very wealthy family's home as they have just been overtaken and held hostage by a team of mercenaries. And there's one little girl, and he's just going to bail the fuck out. He's getting the fuck out of here. He's like, piss on this. I think the rain dart, yeah, somebody shoots through the roof and the reindeer run off or something. And he's going to tap out and just get the hell out of it. But there's one little girl that still has the Christmas spirit in her heart.
There is one people out of this whole house full of mercenaries and this whole family that is not a piece of shit.
The entire, I mean, there's what, 25, 30 people in this house, and mercenaries included. They're not worth the damn bullet to put them down. And this one little girl makes him stay, and he turns in to fucking Rambo claws. He kicks ass, accidentally starts kicking ass, and then becomes very well adequated at it. And yeah, it's just fun. And the bar scene, you know, where he's there and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Santa Claus." She's like, "Oh yeah, really?" He's like, "Give me another drink," and he starts telling her shit that nobody else would know. And she's like, "How did you know that?" He's like, "I'm Santa Claus. I know all the naughty things you've done."
That gives her her grandkids video. Here, give that to the little fucker. Save me a stop.
Yeah.
And she runs up on the roof, follows him up to the roof as he's taking off, and he fucking pukes on her. That was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, and not to gloss over the great John Leguizamo, who makes such a great villain.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he played a great Mark in this. Or the aunt, who is such a royal, rich, pompous bitch. Who the hell was that?
You know who that is, right? Beverly D'Angelo, Christmas Vacation.
Yes. Man, she played that role great.
Oh yeah.
You just wanted
a
to
little
strangle
too
her
convincingly.
Rich ass. Yes, you just wanted to strangle her rich ass. It's like, oh, you fucking cunt.
Like, when are they going to kill her?
Yeah. But yeah, this was a really fun movie that will get you in the holiday.
Yeah, it doesn't take itself seriously at all.
No.
And it's to its betterment that it doesn't. When you have a basically Die Hard meets Santa Claus.
Yeah. Can you hear anything in the background?
Yeah, probably the heater.
Oh no, not you, me. I mean on my side.
No, y'all both are coming in clear. I don't hear any background.
Good,
no, you're good.
Well, my headphones also give me, they call it superhuman hearing. So
what
stuff I can hear everybody upstairs, and I'm not sure if it's coming through. So we're good. Okay.
And by the way, I'm gonna.
Hey, just make yourself gay and a female, and you got a Marvel contract, mister.
No, I don't have to do that. I can just tuck it now. Remember?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, all right. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. All right, I'm sitting here, and I wanted to interject because why that movie? Why did they make that movie?
Such an unnecessary sequel.
It was so stupid. Like I went through a binge, right? I was like, I'm going to watch all the Silent Night, Deadly Nights one year. And
why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know. I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess. But the funny thing to me is when part 1 came out, how much Andy Rooney hated the movie. Yeah. And then that motherfucker's in part 5.
Yeah, like 10 years later. Yeah, he's in part 5. Yeah.
Holy
but
shit, yeah, I
part
forgot
2,
there's that many of them.
I just, like you said, the greatest part is, the brother going psycho and, garbage day and shoots the guy and everything. That's more funny than anything. That's it. And the rest of it, I was like, what in the hell? Like, I never actually sat down and watched it, right? And when I did, I was so disappointed. I'm like, just watch part 1. Don't even watch part 2. Don't even watch it because that's part 1.
I don't feel near as bad about putting Ginger Dead Man on my list now since Cody put his on his.
You should still feel bad because that is a terrible movie. I'd rather watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 than Ginger Dead Man ever.
Oh,
Poe's like, and you fuckers complain about my producer's picks?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, Code. So what is your number 4?
My number 4, you've already brought up Christmas Eve, 1980. Yeah, just
Cody,
it draws you in.
Yeah, Cody, what show was it on? Didn't I talk about this with you? Like saying like it doesn't get the love that it deserves. Like it's
exactly
my movie. It's the better movie of Silent Night, Deadly Night. But I think Silent Night, Deadly Night came out around the same time, right? And it just took the wind out of the sails. Christmas Evil, right?
Christmas Evil was 80, and Silent Night, Deadly Night was 84, I believe.
Yeah,
84. Oh, okay. So
they didn't even. Silent Night, Deadly Night didn't even start the Killer Santa craze.
So Christmas Evil just didn't have a good marketing thing because you're talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night, 1984, how everybody was pissed off, but that was the marketing team behind that, and they really that's why that thing is still popular.
Well, not just that, but if you remember back, 1984 is when they tried to ban this movie from being seen. What was the association?
Because of the marketing.
Yes, they tried.
Yeah,
something like that. They tried to ban this movie.
Theaters,
yes,
they got pulled from several theaters. Yeah,
and that made people want to watch it even more, and that is what boosted it so much. So yeah, it's kind of like one of them things, when there's a movie you really want to see, and mom and dad tell you no, you can't watch it, so you do everything in your power to see it. Yeah, same thing happened with this one, with Silent Night, Deadly Night.
So Christmas Evil should have done the same marketing as this other movie, because if you look at it, any movie that it's weird, because if any movie can claim to be the scariest movie, right? Netflix does it all the time. Every Halloween, the scariest movie to come out. But then you had Terrifier 2 come out, and they were the most disturbing scenes, and had people saying, handing out barf bags. So it was a big production before you got into the movie to see that production. So that's what these movies need to do. But you could do that, but also it has to be a fucking good movie too. I mean, you could do all the gimmicks, but it has to be a good movie too.
Yep.
Which
that being said,
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Christmas Evil. It's like we said before. It's not your typical slasher. So I don't know, even if it would have came out, even if it would have had the marketing that Silent Night, Deadly Night had, I don't know that at that time that it would have been a hit regardless.
So it was kind of before its time a little.
Yeah, it was,
and it's more believable. I mean, it's more. I'll tell you, it is a disturbing movie. It is like a guy going insane in his own house, and he dresses up as Santa
and any guy that's had a career in the same place for over 20 years too can relate to that movie more.
Oh, big time, dude.
Cody. Welcome to Walmart. Can I cut your throat an hour later?
Y'all guys have been.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Anyway, Trav, what's your number 3?
Number 3. All right, this one's gonna be a little bit of a long one. Super fun freaking movie. It is 2015's A Christmas Horror Story. That has 4 short stories that all intertwine by your host, none other than DJ William Shatner. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. He's always William Shatner, anything he plays.
He's Billy Shatner. You don't need to.
Yeah, don't put on air.
He's Billy Shatner in every movie.
No, actually, no, he's Denny Crane. Denny Crane. Anything I see him, he's fucking Denny Crane now from Boston Legal.
Forgot about Boston Legal, yeah.
That is I never liked William Shatner until I watched Boston Legal. And yeah. But yeah, you got, your it's your well, usually they do 3 stories, but this one has 4 in your short film sets like this. First one, it's been done to death, but I really liked how they done the first one. Teenagers break into a school on winter break to investigate the history of their school, and it was a convent originally. Well, something weird happens, and they get locked into the basement, and then the possession fun begins. This one girl gets possessed and wants to fuck any guy that will get her impregnated so she can have her baby that they took away from her. And that's not giving much away because it's still going to get you if you watch it, which I'm sure everybody's seen it by now. I like the way it was done. It was pretty good. Then you go to number 2, another story that's been done to death, but yet this one was done pretty good. The Changeling story. And none of these have names, if I remember right. They're no-name stories in this whole series. I don't think they named any of them like most of your little short stories do. But the Changelings, your typical Changeling story. Mom and Dad go in a forest to cut down a Christmas tree, turn their back for a few minutes. They're in a spot of the forest that you're not supposed to be in, and then their son disappears. Then they find him and they take him home, and it's not him.
Yeah.
But when that little fucker turns psycho on him, he gets brutal. I'm talking brutal. He is one badass little colored feller. It is awesome.
And then a really cool twist at the end of this story.
Yes, go ahead, Cody.
No, that's all I had to say. Just I didn't want to spoil it for anybody, but yeah, a really cool twist at the end of that story.
Wait, you talking the movie or this particular story?
The story.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Same way. I don't want to ruin anything for everybody. You want to watch it, and then of course we have a Krampus story in here too.
Of course, why not?
Where and it's your classic Krampus story. This time you have a rich aunt that is actually decent folk, and then you got the family that's not worth a shit, and they're trying to come over there and milk their aunt for all they can get her from. And long story short, they do some shit, break some shit in the house. She kicks them the fuck out, and Krampus goes hunting. It was actually pretty good. And then you got number 4.
The cool thing about this movie, it came out in 2015, the same year as Michael Daughtry's Krampus. And so you can't say that it was riding on the coattails of that movie because they came out.
And this was just the short film for the movie,
Yeah.
And then number 4.
I was just glad. I think Krampus before these films, not now, but before these films, I don't know why nobody thought to make Krampus horror movies
because Krampus is scary as fuck if you think about it. It's basically the evil Santa Claus. All the nice ones get gifts from Santa, but all the bad little fuckers get a visit from Krampus.
Yep.
And really, my kids are getting a little old now, but if I would have thought of it, I'd just be teaching about Krampus instead of Santa Claus because that's going to keep the little fuckers good all year.
Yeah, I know. Damn it, man.
Naughty.
But then you got story number 4, which is the creme de la creme of this little short film series. And that is Santa fighting off zombie elves. That last bit is so much fun.
Holy shit, I gotta see this.
Oh yeah, you got to pull up.
Yeah, and how it and spoilers and how it ties into the wraparound story with William Shatner. It's
great.
I mean,
Miss Claus is bringing her cookies out to help fuel the elves, so they want to keep making toys. Nah, I don't want any. Don't want any cookies. What? You don't? I said I don't want any fucking cookies. You fucking cunt. And Sarah's like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "Fuck you, you big fat slob," or something like. I can't remember. I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing it justice. But this elf goes off and then attacks him. And Santa takes his cane, which turns into a weapon at one fucking stomp and cuts his fucking head in half. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Battle Santa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Violent Night Santa and this Santa need to go toe to toe. They really do. That would be a
that'd
UFC
be a great
fight
face-off there.
forever.
But so many horror anthologies we get where the wraparound story it just ends up falling flat. In this movie, the wraparound story it makes the film.
It is unbelievable how it's all tied together, all with the DJ William Shatner. It is really good. It's one of them you really need to pay attention to if you're going to get up and take a piss. Pause it.
Yeah, you're going to miss shit.
You know.
Yeah.
Don't. Yeah, you really want to pay attention to the wraparound. Won't make as much sense, but yeah, really great Christmas horror movie.
Let's see. I found the scene where Santa's fighting the elves.
The elves. Oh yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, you got.
All right, here we go. I'm not liking the camera angles. Oh. Oh shit.
Oh, they're mean little fuckers.
Oh.
But Santa's got cocaine and Geritol.
Come on, you little devils.
Oh yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? The opening one where the first elf is infected.
Oh my god.
Great, where he starts cussing Mrs. Claus out because he was like their favorite helper elf. He was supposed to be the one that was like the good elf. All right, Code, what is your number 3?
Well, you know what? Surprisingly enough, so far on this list, we've got down to number 3 before we got to a matching one. But mine is a Christmas horror story as well.
No shit. Holy shit, that's funny.
I love this flick. I didn't think I would because I'm not a huge anthology guy.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I was saying, this one is just crafted so well. And I mean, not even the individual stories besides the last one I mean, they're all good, but they're not stand out great. But the way they sell the final story and the wraparound and tie it all together, it's just it's fucking brilliant, and it's just a shit ton of fun.
Yeah, like Cody said, 2 out of the 4 stories are not great stories by no means, but like he said, the wraparound that ties everything together makes it awesome.
The reach around, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say you can never go wrong with that, but that'd be kind of wrong in itself. So, all right. So I guess I'm to my number 2, which is another one of my all-time favorites. Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale.
Oh my god. Yes.
It's an R-rated Santa origin story, basically. Now this one it's not dubbed, so you got to read the shit.
Yeah.
But it didn't take me out of it. This is, and I'm surprised they haven't done like a remake of it. Like I'm surprised America hasn't. Yeah, an American version.
I don't know.
2 young boys who think who think a secret mining and blasting site is where Santa hides, but it's actually where these gruesome, wildly looking, bearded troll-like creatures come from.
That happen to look like they're old men with long white beards. They look like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
and I love the spoilers. I love the twist in this. How for the first act, you think that one of the elves is Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but and they're also one of them's dad has a reindeer ranch. Mm-hmm. So the reindeer wind up missing, and there's been children wind up missing, but it's these fuckers eating them, and one of them's escaped. Yeah, it's awesome. And then I don't want to give spoilers, but I mean, fuck, it's a 2010 movie. Long story short, they wind up capturing one of them, and they figure out that they can. What's the right word? They can. They can tame them, and they turn them into Santa Clauses, and then they sell them and ship them out all around the world, and that's the rare export. Yeah. And there's so much more to this movie than what we just described, but that's just like a short little synopsis. But yeah, go ahead and play it, Poe.
But
the trailer.
Long story short, like I said, spoilers. Santa Claus is basically Krampus.
Yeah.
Only more troll-like Krampus. He really reminds you of a troll.
Let's see. Here's the.
We need to do a troll troll movie episode.
We do.
This is so weird.
Magical time of the year.
Excuse me.
When traditions are honored. And the youngest among us still believe in the spirit of the season.
3, 2, 1. They're blowing up something.
We found something else than just plain rocks and dirt.
This mountain is like a giant ice box.
For storing what?
Drill deeper.
Bear the dynamite. You have a grave
to rob.
Yeah, when I stumbled upon this movie, I was like, what the hell? What kind of beast would do this? Pig said.
I like the armor the little boy wears through it.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. You better watch out.
We have Santa Claus.
We have Santa Claus.
Selitä sille, että meillä on täällä pukki myytävänä.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
He knows when you're awake.
He knows if you've been bad or good. And he doesn't give up.
Oh.
Rare exports, A Christmas Tale.
Yeah, the one that one scene's just so disturbing, dude. With all the naked Santas running, they're like,
how do you think that casting call went out? Who answered that casting call? We need
Are you old? Are you old, bearded, and hung?
Mr. Nanners, Santa trafficking is $1 billion business.
What? Oh yeah, this isn't a film. This is a biography.
Yeah. Jim Caviezel is all over it. Don't worry.
But yeah, this is one. I'd give this film a 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. I enjoy the shit out of it.
You see, so I feel bad about leaving this off my list because it's in my honorable mentions and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, the just a little bit we've talked about it. I'm thinking now, damn, I should have put this on the list somewhere. But yeah, I've only seen it once, but I really liked it, and I haven't went back and revisited it. But man, just an original idea, original film. I mean, we haven't. There's not another Santa Claus movie out there like this.
Mm-mm. No, there's not. There's never been one like this. It is fucking awesome. The closest thing you get to that is Krampus.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Too much Santa Dong, though. So much Santa Dong.
Oh, there's a lot of Santa Dong on
just
there.
Too much.
Which is mixed with kind of like that Amblin Goonies feel, to it. And then you get Santa Dong, and it's like, I'm so confused.
Oh, Cody,
is it supposed to be a kid movie or a dick movie or a fucking
you just
old naked men movie?
Ugg from the Goonies with the Santa. I can just see a naked Ugg running around there. Hey, you guys!
You're my friend. It's like, whoa, calm down with the heart on there, boy. You know what?
Oh shit! Yeah, I'd forgot about that.
E.T. would have been a better movie. You saw E.T.'s dong. You know what I mean? Like
I was
there was a wrinkled dong.
That would have looked like a pig dick.
And the tip of it glows.
It stretches out
Only
like
when it's erect.
Ow.
Ouch, Elliot. We're gonna have to report you. You weird alien.
Touch your finger on that saw, kid. Here, let me touch it. Don't touch me with that thing.
That would be that'd be hilarious if that's what he heal people with instead of his finger is of his dick and it lit up. It's like,
E.T. gets with a girl on a rag and he's like, ouch, and seals it up.
Period. Ooh.
And folks, only on Backwoods Horror will you get to hear about Santa Dong and E.T. dick.
Yeah. Please like and subscribe.
La casa.
Tis the season.
Oh my God, Santa Dog is coming. Santa
I am
Dog.
glad you reminded me of that
No,
because I was just thinking this would be a great Christmas movie for the kids, but I'd forgot about all the Santa.
Yes, yeah. That is the only thing I remember. Like I was like, the story you're going through, and I feel like I'm watching it again. You forgot the part where it was disturbing. A bunch of fat, naked white guys just running through the snow, butt ass naked, and just see nothing but dicks.
Yeah,
like
you're just gonna pray that if they chase you down, you're gonna pray that they kill you and eat you before. Kill you before.
Shit. I was like,
one of them motherfuckers is gonna fuck you. I mean,
that was like last week on the Dognut Media Facebook group page. We were I'd made that post about Watchmen.
Yes,
and what a great superhero movie that would be like saying, oh, that's a great superhero movie for kids.
Dr. Manhattan's big giant blue dong, just right there, dude. That's the thing. I went to the theater.
In 4K, you can see the herpes.
Look like moon rocks. Dude, I went to the theater with my wife to see it because everybody was hyping it up, and I was like, "What is Watchmen? This is awesome!" And I go to the theater.
I didn't like it.
You know what? Just a heads up. Just a heads up. Just say, the movie was cool, but hey, you might see a giant blue dong on the fucking screen. You might want to.
Theater. I didn't see it at the theater.
I called him Play-Doh Dick.
Yeah, exactly.
I called him.
Yeah, in your defense, Bo, you had to see the theater on the big screen. I watched it at home, so the dong was not as
prevalent. Well, I saw it in 3D. No, I'm joking. My
wow!
And it was that real 3D where you got the mist from it too. And the smell.
No, that's 4D. The 4D theater, yeah.
Like a Universal Studios ride. Like they just
you're sitting there like every time Dr. Manhattan comes on the screen, you get that. What's that musty smell?
Yeah, exactly.
Every guy in the theater's like, did I forget to wash my balls?
Imagine taking a girl out on the first date and that was the movie you took her to. You're like, I'm not going to try anything funny with her. And then she sees that and you're like, God damn, I can't compare to that.
Yeah.
Date over.
Be like, you see all them, baby? Yeah, mine's like that, just not near as many wrinkles yet.
And it's still blue, but
but I can wear the Santa Claus hat if you want me to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and those was like some creepy looking old men too. They were like muscled up, but yet starving to death, and yeah, it was like what? I mean, they really were troll like looking.
Yeah, where did they find these guys? Is what I want to know. Really,
I don't want to fuck. Actually, I do want to know, so I don't ever go to that country.
Weren't they in Sweden? I mean, isn't that like an abundance there? Like that's like
Finland. Finland, I believe.
Well, Finland's got to have a bunch of old naked fat white guys just roaming around with white beards and.
Fuck. They should have been porn stars. I mean,
I guess,
them sons of bitches were packing. It's like
some of them almost tripped over themselves.
Hell, I started researching the Finland diet because there's something going on there.
It might be the water.
What you gotta wonder is how many times does the director have to call cut and they reshoot a scene? God damn it, another one of them tripped.
Oh yeah, I'd forgot about that scene.
So
Yeah,
mark it on your
old.
Christmas movie list. Watch Santa Dog. I mean, Rare Exports. The Santa Dog cut.
Hey, that's why it's rare to see that many old hung men.
It's on Rare Export, indeed.
So they're not really marking them as Santa. They're marking them as Santa sex slaves. Is what
I don't remember. I wasn't, and maybe I wasn't paying
Rare
close enough
exports.
attention. But one other really weird thing about this wasn't the sausage hanging lower than the giblets?
Yeah.
I think I said they were fucking hung. They were fucking. Well, it's
That's
cold
weird.
though too. Holy shit, it was cold
it
too.
is
Imagine
cold.
if it was
Yeah, it was
warm.
cold.
Imagine if it was warm weather.
Holy
There'd
crap.
be an
Like
extra
in the jungle.
5 inches hanging there.
They could lasso people with it.
They'd be like, we're not at all worried about Santa Claus and that block of ice. Fuck that. We're not worried about him. We have a bigger problem.
We're gonna
There's a
need
Viagra factory right beside it. We're in a lot of trouble.
we're gonna need a bigger sleigh. 5 Santas.
No wonder
going.
they got to have so many reindeer to pull
Only
that
one comes
sleigh.
out. Hey, Chief. Did you see all those Santas, Chief? They're coming out. 5 Santas go in the reindeer cage. Only one comes out, Chief. Big
Yeah.
dongs, Chief. Big dongs.
That's why Mother Nature froze them in that big block of ice. Because I mean, think about it. Could you imagine
Go
the
in
amount
the
of
snow.
food?
Santa's
Because them
in
little
the snow.
fellers are gonna
Oh,
come
Santa.
out hungry and horny. That is a deadly combination for them little fellers.
I want to hear. I want to hear Cody's Quinn. Cody, yeah, your Quinn is hilarious.
Oh shit! That was a 23-incher. 25.
25, Chief.
I don't think he's talking about his beard. Oh, damn.
That's funny.
Oh, shit. Damn, we had more funny off-air exports than we did any of the movies we talked about.
And it's only one scene, and we keep messing with it.
Yeah, but that was a lens full scene, too. I mean,
Yeah, the kid
Holy
in
shit.
it was a great kid actor up until that scene when all the Santas are running at him. I did not buy that there was enough fear in his face.
well, that's because he didn't get to see all that. They had him in another room when they were filming that. If they would have just gave him a glimpse, he'd been like, "Oh shit,
Dude, I would have been more. Yeah, he didn't. He was just like, "That's interesting."
At that age, I wouldn't even have to seen that. At that kid's age, he was probably like 12 or 13 when they filmed this. I was like, okay, you just got to imagine you're sitting here and you're surrounded by a bunch of old men with giant dicks who are coming at you.
it's 1,000 anorexic
been all
Ron
the
Jeremys
motivation
coming
I
your
needed.
way."
You would have been like, "Ah." Perfect face. You know what? You should have been in that movie, Cody. That was a perfect face. That looks like you're scared of 50 dongs running towards you.
Not just that, giant troll dongs.
Yeah.
I mean, no telling what you'd catch off them if you survived.
Somebody help me! They're coming after me.
Oh shit! All right, Code. So what's your number 2?
My number 2, which you just mentioned earlier, but has not been on the list yet. It's Krampus 2015, the Michael Daughtry film.
Yep.
I didn't like it nearly as much the first time I watched it, but my kids loved it, so it's gotten to our seasonal rotation. And every time I watch it, I find more things I like about it.
Yep.
And which really surprised me. When a movie can do that, the movie that I don't really care for the first watch, and then on rewatch, I just like it more every time. That's a rarity. So yeah, that
I
had
put
to put
it
this one
off.
high on the list.
because this one wasn't even rated R. I remember when it come out, I was kind of excited about it, and then the theatrical version is rated PG-13, and I'm like, well, this ain't gonna be worth the fuck. So I didn't even go see it.
It didn't really need to be though. I mean,
No, it
yeah, I
didn't.
would. I as the gore hound, I would have liked to see more gore
Oh
in
yeah,
it, but
I put it off forever, and when I finally watched it, I was like, yeah,
absolutely,
it
Mr. Nanners.
was pretty. Oh yeah, he's right. It is the best Krampus film out there. Well, I don't know though. The battle scene between Santa Claus and Krampus was pretty good in A Christmas Horror Story, though. That was pretty good. They just need a Santa Claus to fight Krampus in the other one.
I haven't seen that one, so I got to watch it to compare it.
Oh, you got to. It's good. And
yeah, Krampus don't look near as good in that one as. Of course, this was a lot bigger budget of film, but
yeah, but that was a real bodybuilder. That wasn't just a suit. They just put a freaking head on that guy and some gloves, and that was that actual guy's physique in A Christmas Horror Story.
But Krampus in this, he's not even a humanoid creature.
No.
And
no, he's not.
And I love that, man. This movie it gets the sets the mood for just the whole.
Yeah, it scares the fuck out of you because you don't really know
isolation
what's coming after you.
And it really plays up on that and the creepiness.
Then the wraparound in that where they think they've made it, but yet they haven't. They're captured and they're in Krampus's snow globe.
Spoilers.
It's like, what the fuck? Well, it don't matter. It's an old movie. So, but yeah.
But
I like that. That one was one right there, and I had a couple others I wanted to put on, and I feel really guilty now for putting Gingerbread Ted or Ginger Ted on there.
You think about that when you're going to sleep tonight. You put fucking
I would have
Ginger
had
Dead Man above
It's
Krampus.
not my fault. It's Gary fucking Busey. I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
No, I don't blame him. Kind of, maybe.
And like Poe said, it's the diners. It's the diner scene that pulls you in. I mean,
it is the funniest shit ever.
Hey, that's okay. They keep making more the Tim Allen, the Santa Claus movies, and now the series is in its second season. They keep coming up with more Santa Claus clauses. So that can be season 3 of the Santa Claus on Disney, the Gary Busey clause.
Huh?
Yeah,
that's weird.
Hey, I'll tell you what we need. Every kid's getting butter and sausage for Christmas. You remember that meme?
Oh, God.
Their stocking will be dripping with butter and there'll be a big fucking sausage hanging out of it.
Let's talk about butter and sausage.
That fucker's coked out of his mind.
Dude, he's gone. He's gone.
Must be nice to be able to afford that much cocaine.
No shit, dude. He survived the 80s and fucking 90s.
And 2020.
No, and all the way till now. I mean, geez.
I don't think COVID wanted anything to do with Gary Busey.
Fuck no.
They came knocking on his door and they took a little look through the peephole and it was like,
nope.
Nope.
The little Chinese banker's like, oh, this no kill a Gary Busey. He invisible. I think they need to do a Karate Kid.
Come on in! Can't you stay low?
All right, so I guess we're going to our number 1 spot now.
Yes.
And my number 1 spot is the ultimate Christmas movie. 1988's Die Hard. Now, I'm going to catch some flack. They're going to say this isn't a horror movie, but hey, you got terrorists, you got murdering, you got a dead terrorist getting thrown off of a skyscraper on top of the lead family member from Family, what was that? The name of that
Family
show?
Matters. Yeah.
Family Matters. There we go. I was wanting to say Family Members. Family Matters. Yeah. Landed on the hood of his cop car.
No,
and then
Family Members was in Rare Escort.
Oh, you're right. And then you got terrorists dumping multiple fully automatic magazines at his ass as he's in reverse trying to stay away and not get shot. What the fuck is not scary about that?
This is true.
True. I left all the, although I haven't have them in honorable mentions. I left all the action Christmas movies off the list.
I'm
and
sorry,
I
but Die
almost
Hard's
put Die
number
Hard
one
on there, but I couldn't do it.
on any Christmas list. Die Hard is number one on any Christmas list.
I will never argue with you that it is a Christmas movie. I just don't. It's not a horror movie.
I had to throw. Hey, it's scary as fuck. You think about it. If you were stuck in Nakatomi Plaza,
yeah,
all them terrorists in there, and they just blew one guy's head off in front of you. Then the hero throws some dead dude off the fucking building on top of a cop car, and you're watching this, be like, "Who the fuck's the good guy here?"
Well.
You know?
Look,
yeah.
Ellis should have kept his fucking mouth shut. Okay, Ellis was in the lobby, and he should have just not been a hotshot. He was such an arrogant prick, and he deserved to die after drinking that Coca-Cola. That's what
he did.
Fucking Ellis.
100%. They should have shot him in the head fucking twice. You know it? Not just once. They should have done it twice. Fucking dick.
Do you know this man? And he's like, yeah, John Boy. Yeah. It's Ellis. Hey.
And
he's just
talking.
Go ahead.
Cody, the lead terrorist in this, oh shit, I know his name.
Alan Rickman.
Yes. One of the most iconic villain players of all time.
Hands down.
Awesome. Yes. Quigley Down Under. Die Hard. One of the best ones.
Don't forget my other movie, Robin Hood, A Prince of Thieves.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I was
and
almost
countless others.
Sports, but my penis was not big enough. Cowboy.
All of the dongs scared me away.
All the dongs. So many dongs. But yes, I was almost in that movie. Alan Rickman.
You know what is terribly sad about Alan Rickman is that a whole generation is only going to know him from those fucking shitty ass Harry Potter movies.
Oh,
I don't. Yeah, you know,
and not know the greatness that is Alan Rickman.
I know.
Wasn't he in The Fifth Element too?
No, he wasn't. He was in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Okay, yep, my bad.
0 stones, 0 crates.
Yep.
I love that movie. I watched it not too long ago. Alan Rickman, my introduction to him was Die Hard.
Yep.
It was Die Hard. And then after that, it was Quigley. And then it was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And then now Harry Potter. But you're right. I mean, they don't get to see the classic Alan Rickman. That whole Die Hard movie. Dude, I quoted all the fucking time. Like, what were you saying, cowboy? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yep.
Don't shoot. Who are you? Clay. Bill Clay. That old
sure, guy seems legit.
Yeah.
You better be careful. They're going to hire you to be his stunt double, even though he's gone now.
Hey, I'm sure his family is sold off as AI rights.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Exactly, dude. Look, I just do the impressions. That's all. That's all.
All right, Code. What's your number one pick?
Drum roll, please. My number one is the 1984 classic Joe Dante's Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So his
favorite Christmas movie of all time.
Mine was number.
Was it?
Where's it? It's way.
God damn! It was way up there on the list. It was like 6 or 7, or was it 5?
Number 8.
8.
I was number 8.
So that's your number one. Again, great movie. Great.
Oh yeah.
Awesome movie.
Awesome movie. And I kind of feel bad on myself though. Is that I don't have Silent Night, Deadly Night on there, and that's one of my fucking favorites, and I don't know how I missed that on my list. It's probably because I worked on this for the little bits and pieces I had in the past 3 or 4 days putting it together and researching the films and getting all my dates and shit right. But yeah.
See,
Silent
I
Night,
made my
Deadly
list
Night
before I
is one
started
of
drinking.
my favorite ones. Oh, well, no, I always do mine during I'm drinking. You know, I
that's where he
can't
gets his
work that way.
creativity.
I'm like a top fuel dragster. I work better under the impression of alcohol. But yeah.
Mr. Nanners in the chat. Gary Busey's teeth are magical. They can eat death.
They can eat
What?
death. Yes. Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. Well, that's cool. Yeah, Gremlins. I mean, we already talked about it, but I mean,
yeah,
I would love. I would like to see a cut of the movie that was what it was supposed to be. Instead, they PG-13'd it. You know, to get crowds to go, and it probably wouldn't have been as big of a movie if they did that.
I don't know.
I would like to see a cut of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Alan Rickman and Gary Busey as the lead characters.
Holy fuck, a remake.
You're messing with
Alan Rickman's kind of dead, but hey, AI, you know.
AI rights, yeah. Holy
Why don't you
AI, right? AI, right?
Why don't you can start by wiping that fucking stupid smile off your fucking stupid face. I sell shower. Shower rings.
Bring both of them back from the dead. That'd be badass.
Fuck, I just ruined that movie for myself now. I can never see that.
All we got to do is find the Necronomicon and we can bring them back and
I know, dude.
movie ourselves, Cody. It worked great every time Ash got fucked up and recited something. Why can't we? Hey, and I got a copy sitting back here on the man cave shelf back here somewhere.
I sit through the boring seminars at insurance places, and they say, "How do you do it?" And I say, "I've been with Dale Griffin." And they say, "I know what you mean."
Gary Busey.
I like me. My wife likes me.
And she also likes butter and sausage. We're going to talk about butter and sausage.
She also likes butter sausage. Anyway.
This special Christmas episode of Backwoods Horror Show brought to you by Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
And our unofficial sponsor, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Gary Busey's butter and sausage.
Hey, Pabst Blue Ribbon needs to do a special seasonal blend where it is butter and sausage blend.
Oh, God. I almost threw up in my mouth.
I'll tell you who needs to come out. I'll tell you who needs to come out with with his own brand of butter and sausage, and that's none other than Henry fucking Rollins.
Oh man, we haven't had. Oh, we hadn't had him in a while.
Merry Christmas, Henry fucking Rollins.
That was the first time.
You said Henry fucking Rollins.
This would have been an incomplete show without Henry fucking Rollins coming on. Damn.
Yeah, how could we leave Henry out in the cold? How can we leave Henry out in the cold on Christmas? You know.
Oh, I tell you what, yeah, he's been a main staple of our show.
That's the thing. The staples of a Backwoods Horror Show is Pabst Blue Ribbon and Henry fucking Rollins.
And it may be butter and sausage now.
Oh, trust me, I'm getting the sound drop for that. I will definitely have it.
Butter and sausage.
Remember when Grandma made sausage?
Try like the Bluebell ice cream commercial.
And that's what's funny because that original sound clip come from a podcast.
You ever remember when back in the day it was a summer's evening and Grandma was making sausage? Try Backwoods butter sausage. It'll bring you back.
With special holiday blends of Gary Busey's butter and sausage.
Soaked in bourbon and a little bit of Coke.
You must pre-order though; they sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, it comes with one baggie of Coke, soaked in bourbon. Coke.
On the show, I got it. You'll see sausage coming off this side of me, and then this white right here will be all streaked out the other way. And that's not powdered sugar, folks.
And don't forget, everybody, our new Cosby blend tastes like NyQuil, but you'll wake up and your ass will hurt.
And you'll have Pabst Blue Ribbon on your mind.
Oh, damn. I thought this would be kind of a short one, just doing a top 10, but once again, we've been able to stretch it out.
What show? You've been on the show before, right?
Yeah, a couple times. I'd say we've always got the power to turn an hour show into a 3 hour every time.
I think no shit, dude. I'll tell.
Talk about a 90-minute movie for 4 hours.
Oh my god,
that's our special power. We weren't born with Santa Claus dicks, but we have special powers too.
Damn right. Oh my god. Oh, I wanted to bring this up because next year we'll have, of course, another top 10 Christmas horror movies and stuff, and all this stuff that's coming out. Of course, Terrifier 3, that's going to be Christmas themed, so we'll be able to talk about that. But then I saw this trailer pop up, and we got to watch this trailer. It's called Santa Stein. So, the world.
How have I missed this?
Yeah. The premiere of Santa Stein's trailer on Backwoods Horror. Here we go.
All right. Intriguing yet scary.
Yeah.
Santa?
Oh shit.
Was that a fish and dip net that wrapped around him and pulled in?
Yeah.
Wow, already?
Mm-hmm.
Super low budget.
Christmas girl.
You remember the theme? I believe we should take that holiday seriously.
How good do you want this party to be?
It's exclusive.
We don't want these then. We don't want to be buying this, underage and stuff. Good luck.
I can't throw a great party today. It'll all have been for nothing. Trust me, it's going to be killer.
Remember that night with our trap?
Back when we were just kids.
I made a terrible mistake. But no, listen. Santa died that night.
Oh shit.
But that matters now.
Santa's great.
He's probably dangerous.
Aw.
You know that.
And you don't know that he's not. The experiment is unstable. We have no idea what can possibly.
Teenage scientists.
I know. Come on.
North District Police Department.
I'll have you know we just sent an officer to a house full of beer guzzling teens.
What do you know about this?
Party up.
Oh, is there anybody there? Santa!
Yes. He's covered in blood. I can't let you die trying to help him.
Then don't!
I don't know about this. I mean,
now that's looks as bad as that. I don't remember if it was. I think it was Shudder that come out with the robotic Santa Claus that went on a killing spree. What the hell was the name of that one?
Oh shit!
Christmas, Bloody Christmas.
Yes, I just could not get into it. It could have been so much more. It had really good aspects, and they just blew it.
Well,
yeah, I didn't even put that on the list.
Here's the thing: like, okay, like if it's Santa Stein, make him look like, like Frankenstein or something. Like not like the classic Frankenstein, like the Universal monster, but like have stitches on his face and shit.
Yeah,
it just.
I mean,
I don't know.
And there was not one Santa cock in that preview either. How can you do a good Santa Claus film without a Santa cock now? After you see Rare Exports, I mean, come
Okay,
on.
so you missed your calling as a producer, apparently.
Exactly.
There'll be
Santa porn.
like we come into the office and Travis is just sitting there and they're like, "All right, so we're gonna have Tim Allen in the Santa Claus 6," and you're like, "Does he show his dick?" No dick, no movie.
No Tim Allen. Too small a penis. He needs a big one. They come in the room and it's like 30 degrees. Be like, why is it so cold in here? Because we got to see if you got what it takes.
Yeah,
Santa Claus.
You're still hung like a Clydesdale and it's 50 degrees in here. You got the job, buddy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so that's I had higher hopes for that. What the
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all.
No, it doesn't. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it does. It does look.
But you know,
bad.
there was one December. I forgot which one it was, and I went through, and I just went on Tubi and just grabbed all the Christmas themed horror movies I could find, and I watched them all through until the end of December. I did it. I went through and I can't even tell you. Some of them I watched. There was a Secret Santa. There was I think I watched that Better Watch Out. I mean, there were so many of them, dude. I just went through Tubi and just grabbed like whatever I saw that Christmas theme and it was horror, and I just grabbed it and I just had it on and just watched it. And half of them I don't remember because they were so bad. Like I was just like, why am I doing this to myself? But yeah, I did that. I think it was 2021. December 2021 is when I did that marathon kind of thing.
You kind of sound like me. Once you start a movie, you're like, oh God, it's got to get better. It's got to get better than this. It's like, oh,
nope, never got better.
And then you're like,
that's some bad Santa, Harry.
Yep. I will say this. I want to say something. It didn't make it on the list, and rightfully so. It is not a horror movie by any means. But if you have not seen Mel Gibson in The Fat Man,
oh, well, that's a good one. That is great.
Love it. And it has Walter Goggins as the villain in it. He's always great though.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
but that is in my honorable mentions. And Trav, if you guys want to go through, if you have any honorable mentions, I was gonna.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to step on your toes. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know you were doing
No, it's fine.
No, go right ahead and go through your honorable mentions.
No, I didn't have many. But yeah, Batman was at the top of the list. I really wanted to put it on there, but it was more action than anything. But Mel Gibson, come on. Mel Gibson as Santa. That was fucking great.
It was great.
I mean,
one of my honorable mentions was one that you covered, was Scrooged.
Yes.
And that was one of my honorables. And my accidental was...
I was on the fence on it.
Yeah. My accidental one was Silent Night, Deadly Night, because that was supposed to be on my list, and somehow it slipped through the fucking cracks. I don't know how I did that. But anyway, because it's one of my
favorite. It must have been when you were blowing Ginger Dead Man.
It must have been. It was all that fucking butter and sausage I ate right before I made my list. Damn it. Fucking butter and sausage. That's what did it.
Every time.
Either that or it was all the Christmas cock off Rare Exports that threw me off. One of the two. It was one of the two. So I'm glad I wasn't eating butter and sausage when I watched that, though. That would have been
you can't combine those. You can't combine them. It's like feeding the fucking mogwai after midnight. Don't do it.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, I had Violent Night and Die Hard on my honorable mentions too, and only because I didn't feel they were horror movies; they were action, but I love them still the same.
Yeah, Violent Night is definitely action. It's not really horror, but I had to put it on there, and Die Hard too, because I've been in this argument for the past 20 years that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, damn it. And I will put it at the top of any Christmas movie list I make. So, yep.
It has Christmas elements. It takes place on Christmas, and it's all about the Christmas spirit.
Exactly.
So I mean,
Kill or be
there's
killed.
nothing about this not Christmas. Yeah, like any family gathering.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and it's a Christmas movie in Nakatomi Plaza, which is as un-Christmas as you can get. Foreigners buying American land and building a big fucking skyscraper on it. So,
Yeah.
any other honorable mentions, Code?
The only other one I can think of is I just forgot it.
All right. Well, what about your news? You had some news you wanted to cover.
Oh, we do have a little bit of news.
Real quick,
Shall we go back
I-
to the holler?
Yeah, we can. Real quick before we do that,
go ahead.
If y'all don't mind, I got two.
Oh, go right ahead, Poe.
I got two movies. Okay.
Awesome.
One of them I'll show the trailer. The other one I'll just talk about it a little bit. Okay, so this one it's called Mom, and it's in Christmas time, but it's a werewolf movie.
Oh, really?
I heard of this one.
I'm going to show you the trailer. Oh, you need to see it. You need to see this. All right, here's the trailer for it.
Clay Dwyer has a problem.
Clay
His
Dwyer.
mother, Emily, had
This is an older movie, isn't it?
Yes.
Roost on a Dwyer with a loving family.
Oh, you're gonna have a baby.
But lately, she just hasn't been herself.
What's your favorite?
Her appetite isn't what it used to be.
You're gonna be sick.
She disappears, and Clay finds her in the strangest places with the oddest assortment of people.
What do you want? My mother.
What do you do when the sweetest lady in the world turns mean?
Let me out of here! Be quiet, waking up the neighbors. My mother's upstairs.
That was your mother?
When do you say
This is such a great movie.
enough is enough?
Holy shit, that was Sally D'Angelo, wasn't it? She was younger.
This mother down. What are we gonna do about it?
Huh?
It's a werewolf movie with no werewolf suit.
You're acting crazy.
Hold on.
I'm acting crazy. You just freaking killed somebody.
Don't ever talk to me like that. I'm still your mother.
Okay, it's a werewolf movie with just a werewolf mask. Okay. All right, Poe, where's that streaming at? Do you have any idea?
That I think it was on Tubi. That's where I saw it. Anyway, so basically, that guy that you saw answer the door in the sunglasses, he's been a bad guy in a lot of stuff. He's always like got his slick back hair.
Oh yeah, he's been in a shit ton of movies.
So he's a drifter, and she takes him in, and he's a werewolf, and so he attacks her. She becomes a werewolf. Well, anyway, when you saw like her son figures out like she's eating people, homeless people, so that old hooker, he picks her up and to feed his mom because she can't keep anything down. And that's what it's a crazy movie. And in that trailer you don't see anything to do with Christmas, but it happens during Christmas time. It's so crazy. I just found it by accident, so definitely check it out if you can. And the other one is called The Brain. I've talked about this one before too. But The Brain, that does take place during Christmas as well. And basically it's this giant brain creature that telepathically, through the TV, like messes with people and everything. It's a pretty interesting one too. If you haven't seen that one, those are my two Christmas recommendations. If you haven't seen these weird ass B movies, you need to watch them because there's a lot of funny shit that happens in them. So enjoy.
Yeah,
look for Mom tonight. That,
I'm sure you've talked about him before,
Shit.
Poe, but
Yeah.
I think both me and Trav, we've drank enough since then that our memory is worse than Grandpa Paul's. So,
Oh, shit.
shout out to Grandpa Paul.
We love you, Paul.
Yes.
He would approve of that joke.
Yep, he would.
I know.
Oh, you're. Oh, hold on. I almost forgot. There's a stinger. All right, you ready?
Hey, back to the holler. One more time this year, guys. Godzilla, God fucking Zilla, God damn it. Every fucking where.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Godzilla -1, Godzilla +1, Godzilla, Godzilla. Monarch, Legacy of the Monsters. Godzilla X Kong. Is that going to be a porno? So many confusing Godzilla titles.
Probably gonna have Christmas Dick Godzilla before long too.
Because we had a Godzilla minus, and now this is Godzilla -1. Are they going backwards with them? I mean, I do not understand Japanese culture.
Them. I finally just watched Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus Kong, whichever one it was, and it wasn't great.
I'll stick to the original. I'll stick to the original.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
Godzilla. But anyway, a shit ton of Godzilla. And now, it's derailed the whole American Godzilla franchise from Legendary now with since the Japanese filmmaker who's made like the last two Godzilla movies came out with this Godzilla -1, which is getting huge reviews and just got released in the States to a huge opening. So it's kind of came in as like a tidal wave on top of all of these American Godzilla movies. Which,
what's the
Godzilla is a Japanese thing.
One? Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, Godzilla's the original global warming monster. What happens when man fucks with Mother Nature too much? Godzilla.
Well, Godzilla came around right after World War II. I don't remember when the first one. It was in the 50s, though. I think.
Yeah,
but
they were still pissed about
that was
atomic bombs.
Yeah. That it was basically a metaphor. Godzilla was a metaphor for the bombs being dropped on Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
It's cool how history is intertwined with fiction there.
And then America comes out with a monkey that beats the shit out of the lizard and throws it back.
Well, in the American version, King Kong fucking beat the shit out of Godzilla. The ending in the Japanese version, the original ending, Godzilla kills Kong.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course. Of course they're going to do that. All you had to do is wait for wintertime, though. There wouldn't have been much of a fight.
But that being said, that's kind of Godzilla's their thing. That's Japan's thing. I don't want to take that away from them, even though I grew up loving those movies, as cheesy as they were. And that's another one, like you were talking about, not going back and watching now as an adult. I have no desire to watch any of the Godzilla films from the 60s and 70s again.
King Kong was my thing, and I don't want to go back and watch them either.
Maybe the original Kong, because I mean that one was so groundbreaking, and you can appreciate it for what it was for the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
right, so what else you got?
We got the first trailer from Amazon Prime for the Fallout video game TV series. I didn't watch it. Did you?
Nope.
Because I never played the game. A lot of people love the game.
Played a little bit of the game, but not much.
Okay, this is my jam because I love the hell out of the game. Fallout 3 got me hooked. Okay. When I first played that game, you start off being born. And then you play as you're like a little baby for a little while, and then you're a kid, and it goes through all these motions. And then you get to be like a young adult, you grow up and you go out into the wasteland. And that's where it got me hooked. I never played a video game where you were being born. You know what I mean? You're like, what the hell is going on? And then I played New Vegas. Matthew Perry was a character on New Vegas. His name was Benny. He was a huge Fallout fan as well. And then, of course, Fallout 4, played the fuck out of Fallout 4. I'm a huge fan of this, and I'm so excited that they decided to do a show because they will never run out of shit. It's going to be the new Walking Dead because they can do Fallout, and then they'll do Fallout New Vegas or Fallout, Boston or New York or whatever.
Yeah.
They could just go anywhere with it. And the creatures that they've come up with, the lore and everything. I'm just beyond excited. And the trailer looked amazing. You had the Brotherhood of Steel, those big suits. You had the Vetabirds, the helicopters. I mean, it was just, it's everything that I would, because I'm a diehard fan. So it was everything I wanted to see in the trailer.
So
I was
you're
like,
saying if someone's going to start off in the series, they need to start off playing Fallout 3 then?
no, you can watch the series. Look, I even got pops of this shit, dude. I mean, I'm a big.
But if they're going to play the games, they need to start off with 3 then?
No, you can play any Fallout because this goes back into like the 90s when the first one came out on computer. So you had Fallout, and then you had Fallout 2. I never played those. My introduction to the Fallout universe was Fallout 3, which is on like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. And then Fallout 4 is on the newer, and then you have Fallout 76, which if you're a big fan of Fallout, it's kind of cool, but it kind of pisses you off too because it's all online. And I like playing by myself. I like exploring shit by myself and leveling up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they fucked up because it's really cool. It's based in West Virginia. So you get to see all these new creatures and stuff, but it's only online, and I'm not alone in this. If they make another Fallout game, which it looks like they probably will, have this as a companion to the show later, that they do a Fallout 5, it better not be. If it's going to be multiplayer, it should be where you can invite your own friend into the game instead of just being in a mass open world, because everybody likes that.
Yeah.
So. Sorry, I had to talk about it because I'm like beyond.
No, that's great.
I love this.
I wanted to know more about it.
I played Fallout New Vegas is the only one I've played.
Yeah, and that's the one Matthew Perry's character's in, and he was a huge. I feel bad because he doesn't get to see the show, dude. I mean, he was a huge fan of Fallout.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to interject on that because I'm excited.
For one, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of single player games where I'm by myself because I seem to always end up lost and in a cave some place. Even if the game doesn't have caves in it, I'll end up lost in a cave.
You will. I like both of them. I like the single player games, and I also like all the multiplayer stuff.
See, that's why I always did so good back in the day at all the WWE SmackDown games. You just got to stay in the ring, or right around the ring. It's hard to get lost.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I've been stuck on the last one. I've been playing online. I've been playing Sniper Elite 5 a lot. And it's a little bit addictive. But yeah, any more news, Code?
I already glossed over the Thanksgiving 2 being greenlit with Eli Roth returning to direct, which I'm looking forward to the sequel because I think it's going to be better. Knowing Eli Roth, he's a very capable director. I'm not always a fan of all of his films, but I think he can, with him given a chance at a sequel, if they'll let him have free reign with it, I think he can make it much better than the original. That being said, I wanted to bring up, which everybody already knows by now, but the 2 leads of the last 2 Scream films have now departed Screen 7, Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera.
Yeah.
Which Melissa Barrera, she was fired because of her anti-Semitic comments toward Jews because she's a big supporter of
Yeah.
Hamas or whatever those jihadi fucking douchebags. Don't get me wrong, they're all douchebags.
Palestine. Palestine.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's from there, and so is Mia Khalifa and all them. So yeah, with all their, you're right, with all the tweets and whatever, that's why she got removed. And then I guess her friends decided to part too, which is a big mistake.
Yep.
I think, because that's a huge franchise, and I don't see it.
Oh, we lost Poe.
Yep. I agree. I don't see it going anywhere either.
But Jenna Ortega, I think I'd heard rumors that she was trying to get out of it since Wednesday hit so big, and I think she's kind of got an inflated ego now, and she doesn't have any interest, I don't think, in doing another Scream movie, even though that's part of what elevated her career. Which I'm fine. I didn't dislike their characters in the franchise, but I also didn't feel they were necessary. They were trying to build them up as they were trying to build her and her Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. They played sisters on. They were trying to build them up as the new leads of the franchise carried on into the future. And except you're never going to get that magic back of the original Scream. You can make sequels that are fun still. You know, I like Scream 2. It was fun. It was what a sequel should be.
I say they've already made the sequels that were fun. They've already done
Scream
it all.
4 was even okay. I was okay with Scream 4. It was
Yeah.
unnecessary, but I was okay with it. It made up. It kind of was the apology for Scream 3, which I'll take that. But that being said, I don't think Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera are key to the success of the Scream franchise. You know, you're going to please the fans of the original, and I know that they brought in, especially Jenna Ortega, brought in a lot of new fans, but they're already there. Now they've already, with the last two movies, the younger generation who came on because of Jenna Ortega, they're in for the ride now. So I think a lot of them will watch Scream 7 regardless.
Yeah.
And they're already talking about bringing back Neve Campbell, which they should never left her out of Scream 6. You know, that was just a slap in the face to the fans. And the whole thing it was over a money issue. And normally I would say an actor's being petty or something when they won't come back. But when you're wanting to pay your lead actress who's been the star of, been in, how many horror franchises have we got the same final girl to return for 5 films in a row?
Not that many.
You think any, Trap?
I can't think of any off the top of my head. I know there's probably a few out there, but I can't think of any. Not 5.
I can't think of any of 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And then especially when the last one they come out with a huge hit, and then they want to pay her less than they paid her for the last one she did to return for another one. Yeah, I don't blame Neve Campbell for telling them to go fuck themselves.
I don't either.
Not a bit. And I don't think the movie was better for it. But I'm actually more hopeful for Scream 7 now because the rumor is they're talking about bringing back Neve Campbell and Patrick Dempsey's character from Scream 5, or Scream 3, sorry. Which I don't give a shit if they bring him back or not, but besides that he has the notoriety of recently being in Thanksgiving. But I think they should bring back Courtney Cox. Hell, bring back some of the other characters. I don't care at this point. You're to part 7, okay? If you want to bring back, if you want to bring back Randy. Jamie Kennedy somehow. I mean, the fucking Fast and Furious movies can get away with bringing back every character they kill off. Fucking Scream, a horror franchise at part 7 sure as hell can too. So let's bring back Jamie Kennedy. I don't care. Bring back Randy.
Oh, I got
That's what the series needs.
Oh. Scream in space.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yep. Hey, Fast and Furious done it on the, what was it, 9? They sent them in space in a car. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it. Scream in space. Sounds good.
Scream in space.
Can't hurt it. I don't give a shit if they kill it.
Another screen actor who's back in the headlines because of Five Nights at Freddy's is Matthew Lillard, Stu, from the original Scream. Fucking bring him back. I don't care if he got a TV dropped on his head. You know,
he can come back as an animatronic.
Yeah, that would be funny as fuck.
There we go.
And we're at part 7, so nobody's. If anybody wants to bitch about it, by the time you get to part 7, and the same chick still getting stalked by the.
Look what they've done with the Saws. What are we at? Saw 10?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was a prequel to part 2 and a sequel to part 1.
I know, they get so damn confusing. I just went through most of them. The only one I haven't saw is Spiral and 10 now. And
I haven't saw Jigsaw. I haven't saw Spiral or 10.
Jigsaw was
7. I stopped at 7.
Jigsaw was surprisingly good. But I want to see Spiral, and hopefully it's just because they kill fucking Chris Rock in it. I can't stand him. And then 10.
Not even after Will Smith bitch slapped him.
He should have hit him harder. I don't like him. He's a big anti-gun guy. So yeah, he doesn't.
I didn't know that.
People having their big. If you go back to some of his later comedy dates, he's the one that made all the jokes. Oh no, you don't outlaw guns, you outlaw ammunition and all that. Make it where somebody spent $20,000 to kill him. Yeah, he hated him, but anyway, yeah, he's always been against guns. But anywho,
so is Sam Elliott, though. I mean, that's the biggest fucking
what? No,
the kicker. Yeah, Sam Elliott is a fucking far left winger.
You reckon he's got dementia?
No, he's been this way for years.
No shit. I never knew that. Damn. That is a kick in the nuts. That's a damn kick in the nuts.
And I don't think he's ever played in a movie where he wasn't packing a gun is the bad part.
No shit. Yeah,
Can we say hypocrite?
Except for Roadhouse, that's the only one. He was just kicking ass in it. But yeah.
True.
Fuck. Damn, you just killed one of my American film heroes.
Scream versus Jason? Yes, Mr. Nanners. Mr. Nanners said Scream versus Jason. Yeah. I'm all for Ghostface.
In space. There we go.
In space.
Perfect. Oh, yeah. Scream versus Jason X in space. There we go. Perfect. We're getting even better now. There. Oh, let's throw Leprechaun in there, too, while we're at it.
Fucking right.
Yep. Have a fatal three-way.
He's been to space. Make it a fatal four-way.
Fatal four-way. I got. Oh, wait. Well, fuck. If we're going this far, let's throw fucking Ash in it. Bruce Campbell comes in. We know he's going to win this one. We know he's going to win this one right there. Yep. Fuck. Sounds good.
There's also something else for all the gamers out there. The chapter of Dead by Daylight, the Chucky chapter is out. So I can't wait to try it.
Oh, no shit?
Yes, I'm going to be
playing. I've never played it. My kids play it, but I've never played it.
It's actually real fun if you have people that you know that play. It's pretty fun. It's actually a real fun game.
Speaking of which, everybody get out there.
Tell him about it.
I think at the end of this year, the end of this year is when the Friday the 13th game goes. It doesn't go completely offline, but online play ends.
Yeah, which sucks because that was a great game, but
fucking awesome.
But Dead by Daylight, there's so many chapters, dude. There's a Scream chapter. There's Michael Myers. There's Leatherface. I mean, dude, all the characters, and then they have their own characters that they made up, and it's actually a real fun game. Like I say, if you have people that game with you, it's a lot better. So, I mean,
yeah,
maybe we can. That'll be something in the future for the Backwoods Horror Channel or something.
Yeah.
Play Dead by Daylight, together or something. I think that'd be fun. So.
Sure. I mean, I've got the original Nintendo Friday the 13th game, so we can do that online, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Purple
Yeah,
Jason.
we'll have to do a bit of hacking, but yeah, actually, yeah.
That damn game.
Oh my god, that was so horrible.
Oh man.
Another thing I love about the Friday the 13th from Gun Media that we got, you can even play as the fucking purple Jason from the NES game.
I did.
They paid so much attention to detail. And
Oh,
it
they
just
did.
pisses me off so bad they got screwed over by fucking Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham, those two cunts. Especially, I blame Victor Miller way more than I blame Sean Cunningham. Because
Oh,
Victor
man.
Miller,
They even had
he was
the
a hired
stuff-
gun to write that script. He had no
Yeah.
right to the finished product. He was a hired gun. And because of some fucking stupid loophole, like 30 years later, he was able to file claims on it again and actually fucking won.
Yeah.
And fuck him. Fuck Victor Miller. He's got to be fucking pushing 90 now. Maybe that old bastard will die and his kids will sell off the rights.
Dang.
That sounded a bit mean, but
yeah,
fuck him. No, I don't apologize for that. Fuck him.
Oh man, they even gave throwbacks to the fans, like in the Friday the 13th game. You know, when you were going through the cabin doing the little side missions, there was actually a photo of Darcy the Merrill Girl on the wall. You know, one spot of it. Yeah, they did great homage to the fans on that. Like my boys were like, they got me to come in there because I'd never paid attention to the little cabin stuff, and they were in there playing it, and they're like, Dad, we need you. You know the Friday the 13th moves. Okay, in this scenario, this is what happens. They had like little figures stacked up. You know, you had to figure it out. I'm like, oh yeah, that was such and such. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, there's a couple times I had to pull out Google to figure out what was going on. But yeah, it was actually they played homage to the fans.
Once they discovered the part you could go into the cabin and play Alice Cooper's "He's Back Behind the Man Behind the Mask" song, they would just do that over and over and over and over.
Yep. All right, Code. Well, do you have any other news or?
Just that Beetlejuice 2 has wrapped filming. I'm excited for this one. We're going to get it next year, supposedly. Michael Keaton's back, and you know
I
what?
got my fingers crossed.
I didn't like the Flash movie that much, but all of Michael Keaton's scenes in that, he made the movie.
Yeah.
He was the only good thing about the movie. And it was just so great getting our generation's Batman back. And he at 70 years old, he fucking sold it. I never doubted for a second that he was a badass in it. So yeah, Beetlejuice 2, I'm cautiously optimistic, especially since Tim Burton come back. If another director would have took the helm, maybe not. But we got Tim Burton. We got the same people behind the original back. So, except Jeffrey Jones. Why didn't we get Jeffrey Jones?
Too much coke.
What was
No,
that?
Amy's still in prison for kitty porn.
Yeah, the pedophile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. They don't want no kitty porn.
Talk about spoiling your childhood.
too.
That fucker, he was the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Out. He was in Howard the Duck and so many other great 80s movies.
Holy shit, he was in Howard the Duck. Oh,
Yep.
damn.
Yeah.
Now it's
Thanks,
Howard the
asshole, for ruining my childhood.
Yeah, forget all the. Anyway, I'm not gonna say.
Thanks for ruining my childhood by looking at other people's childhood.
Yeah. That's what he did. There you go.
Damn it.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
But yeah, that and the only other thing I got is we got everybody seen The Boys season 4 first trailer?
Nope.
Yes, I saw it, and it's lackluster. There's not really much going on, and they're kind of keeping it secret, which is fine. It's fine, but I'm excited for it because I love the show, but it doesn't show much.
It's a great. No, it doesn't.
I haven't even seen season 1. What's it about?
Basically,
so great, Oh my god, it is like the ultimate parody of superhero movie. It's like the ultimate fuck you to all the Marvel and DC movies, all the characters in it, all the superheroes are they're all basically controlled by a company called Vought, and they're all just horrible douchebags. It's really a satire because they represent the superheroes represent like Hollywood A-list stars pretty much. Well, they even make movies about the superheroes make movies because through the company Vought and they're superheroes too. But they're just all such pieces of shit. And Carl Urban and his team, they hunt down the bad ones and as he says, give him a little spanking.
Yeah.
But they kill him.
Well, you watch the trailer and then go from there. But yeah, it's a good
it's
series.
so great.
Oh, well.
Ultra violent, and the characters in there are just so great.
All right. Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's on Prime. Highly recommend. I started watching it from the first episode. I was hooked.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
And I found Mom is on Tubi, so enjoy.
Oh, good.
It is on
Tubi.
Tubi.
Check it out. Yeah.
Probably tonight.
Did you want to plug anything, Cody?
Let's see. We already. I'll plug our buddy Morgan Welborn's film Elvira in the Haunted Asylum. I think I got that right. But check it out on Indiegogo. Throw some love their way. They're in the final stages of their Indiegogo campaign. Every little bit helps, and I'm sure it's on whatever you can contribute. It's going to be worth it because Morgan is an amazing filmmaker, and I'm sure this indie film is gonna knock you out of your socks. And also check out our good buddies over at WYSP. WYSP DB radio station, internet radio station. They're also on Facebook. I think they have a Rumble channel maybe now, but it's the Iris Radio with Big Tom and Gene. These guys are hilarious. Gene reminds me of if Dennis Leary and Bill Burr had fucked and had an illegitimate child. It's these guys talk about everything on this show. It's just really good, fun, dirty radio. So check that out. They're actually, I think, live right now. So they're probably still going. So when you get off this broadcast, hop on over there to the Virus Radio or WYSP Facebook page and check it out, or WYSPDB.com to check out their show. And do we have anything else we need to plug? Father Mahoney's House of Horrors, the final episode this coming Monday.
Yeah.
Jack Transmission.
Grandpa's Music Sideshow. I think he's got one coming up this Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
With our good buddy Grandpa Paul.
It's good to have Grandpa back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It was great having him back on Brew Crew this Sunday. We really enjoyed that. So hopefully we'll see more of Grandpa, and in the new year, get ready for more Backwoods Horror Show, because we're not going away. We're like a bad STD. You're stuck with us for life.
You can suppress us, but we'll always come back.
You can take medication, you can rub cream on us, but we'll always come back.
And with these broadcasts, you guys are on your YouTube, you're on your X, and you're on Rumble. But be sure check out Dognut Media. All the shows will be available on the Dognut Media sites, which we have a YouTube and everything. So a week after the live broadcast, this will go on to the network site. So follow us on there. We got a TikTok. We got everything. We got a store. I got the domain. It's www.dognutmediastore.com, and it'll take you to our Teespring, and that's where you can find all of our merch. So yeah, that's all I got.
And be sure and check out all the great shows on Dog Nut Media and Ne'er Do Wells, and of course Jack Transmission with our buddy Joey T. Our resident conspiracy theorist. Our resident conspiracy factualist, if you would, in most cases. So yeah, definitely check that out, and stay tuned because have we set a date yet for the year-end show?
No, I think it's next week. It'll be a Jack Transmission, but we're gonna have everybody a part of the network come on. That's what Joey wanted to do, so we're gonna do that. And
yeah,
that's
everybody stay tuned very soon, probably next week, for a Dog Nut Media Very Jacked Christmas.
There you go.
Sounds
and
great.
Bruku Sunday mornings at 9 Central. Check us out. Me, Paul, and Joey T. We'll be back covering, trying to make you laugh about the world burning. So that's what we're about on that show. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Well, I just wanted to say it's our last show of the year. Thanks everybody for watching. We had no idea we'd get the response we've got over the last year. It's been great, and only good things to come.
All right. See y'all later.